Can I ask you a question on this thing? So let's say I give you firsthand information about Destiny, okay? And I show you stuff, but I don't let you make a copy. But you know now this is legit. So I show you a video of Destiny stomping on puppies, and it's like the most fucked up shit you've ever seen. But you know this is legit. Like, you can't deepfake what I just showed you. You're throwing up. It's so fucking unbelievably fucked. And he's sitting there saying, yeah, look, dogs, doesn't matter. I eat them for meat. Why would I care about them here? Like, the whole thing, it's real. I've shown you this. I'm obviously a good friend of Destiny, the whole thing. But I'm like, listen, I can't give you a copy of this. He knows I'm the only one who has a copy. I don't even know why he sent it to me. Are you going to report on it?
No.
That clock keeps ticking like a metronome.
No.
My thoughts keep telling me to get me home,
No.
but my balls keep telling me to let me just let me That clock keeps ticking like a metronome, and my thoughts keep telling me to get me home, but my balls keep telling me to let me just let me That clock keeps ticking like a metronome, and my thoughts keep telling me to get me home.
Now it's loud in my ear.
Telling me to let me fuck all that shit, just let me go. Always and tastemakers make us no chaser. Gets the blood flowing like a fucking pacemaker. Out the land and inhale the vapors, man.
Jenny, Matt Pitch, agent. Matt's being punished, so he didn't put his name in the.
Yeah. Fuck him.
Jenny, Jenny's gonna co-host, I guess, with Fight with Matt, I suppose. And then we also got Agent who helped me put the show together. So shout out to both of you. Let me give you an update what's going on in my fascinating YouTube career. I don't think lolcow's coming out tonight, a normal stream, because I think these guys are just getting into Buffalo. All right, it might be something tomorrow. I haven't been told anybody, but it's the lolcow podcast, so or lolcow live, so you know it's going to be done last minute and organized, and I'll be asleep and I'll be told, why did you go to sleep? You know, who knows? Maybe you will see me tonight, but as far as I know, it's not happening. What?
I hope King stocked up the fridge. You know, he's got those two guys coming in to
Yeah,
Buffalo.
I think they all got Airbnbs and shit.
Smart, very smart, actually. It's the smartest thing they could do.
Yeah, I'm interested to see how that goes. Yeah. Yeah, what's happening, everybody? My plan today is I took some days off, so I want to finish up on whatever came out over the weekend with Slasher. Most of it's, you know, I caught for Nick DiOrio. I don't want to comment on that. And then we got kind of a whole new show. Yeah, I'll go over Boogie. I'll take calls throughout if I see you in there. And you're not a retard, I'll bring in. If you got something interesting to say. Open phones if I pull the call. And that's it. What's your favorite pancake? Your mom's pancake. That sounds like the best. Homemade. What do you think of that, Rascal? So I guess we can go over some stuff. Let's start it here. Ace Crack Reporter, you know, a guy I'm supposed to have a ton of respect for, Slasher. He goes on. Nick says he's just a clout goblin, like he's just an influencer clout goblin, you know, posing as a journalist.
He looks like one.
No.
My problem with that is posing like a journalist, right? That's nothing to fucking pose as. That's like posing as a fucking kid toucher, if you ask me. No, it's a joke. It's much worse than that. So let's just, you've probably seen a lot of these before, and I just want to go over them and have my piece.
I did get a DM about an hour ago from someone who lives in Encientes, near Rancho Santa Fe. That is the area that Dr. Disrespect lives in.
Mm-hmm.
And he sent me a screenshot from his next door, which is in that area. And there is a comment. This was from 11 a.m. this morning, so this is before my article came out. There is a comment that says, "We just saw Dr. Disrespect in handcuffs. He lives right there."
Do you believe that my theory that he's talking to Twitch the whole time is completely irresponsible? Okay, and then he comes out with this. By the way, it got debunked. Like he had to come out like 12 hours later, after Nick pointed out, like, you know, he wants it both ways. He wants to be like a drama guy, 3 ways, actually. He wants to be a drama guy, he wants to be a tabloid guy, and he wants to be considered a journalist.
A respected journalist.
Yeah, like, look, I'm not a respected journalist. Fine, you want to talk? I have no problems talking about rumors here. This is not fucking, you know, we're not trying to do anything like. So you laugh or you don't. You know, you like what I say, you don't. But that's just unbelievable to me that he would do that. You know, just after everything that he went through, and like he's been quiet for the better part of 4 years. Probably a lot to do with what Jessex happened. I mean, it's really funny that whole community just looked the other way on that. I want to get that alt-right pussy. Give me your alt-right pussy. Yeah, I want to fuck that alt-right pussy till she likes it. I don't know. We couldn't find the agent. You know, Matt, he's pretty good. We couldn't find the old stuff.
I found most of it. I just couldn't find any.
I only thought
stuff.
of it just before we went on, but I remember the stuff leaked, and it was funny.
I can do some searching.
Yeah, you don't have to. I mean, it doesn't really make or break me. But if you find it, they're very funny to read. I swear to God, I read them in one of the shows.
Are we talking about what were we? Are we talking about the DMs he had with?
Yeah, wasn't with I don't think
or something else.
Yeah, didn't something pop out? It was like a little graphic, if I'm mistaken, or is like is this kind of talking about hate fucking her? I seem to remember those.
Yeah. Messages between Jessex and him about that. I remember seeing it too. I just don't.
I don't agree with hate fucking. I think the fantasy is enough. Just have the fantasy. Some tells me that can go wrong. I've never got to do that. I did go out with a girl. I dated a girl. Went 2 dates who I didn't like. Right? I didn't like her in high school. Okay, and then she came on to me when we were both adults. Right? I still thought she's kind of wish, but then I realized we made out. I watched a movie, old VCR movie, and she said, she said kind of jokingly, "Well, you kiss me, then you got to take me out." I said, "Okay." You want to go roller skating? I'm like, "Sure, it's kind of for kids, but I'll take you roller skating." So you pick me up tomorrow. You know what she did? She knew that her ex-boyfriend was going to be roller skating, and she wanted to rub me in his face. And her ex-boyfriend, who I hadn't seen in a couple of years, and I'm still cool with him, was a friend of mine from high school. And she was like, "Oh no." She just wanted to piss him off. And the funny thing is, me and this guy, Joe, we got to talk about it after. You only brought it over here rubbing your face. It's like, yes, I've been completely used. You know, she told me she hated your fucking guts and wished you dead for like, I don't know. It's like, yeah, I believe it. I've been suckered here, Joe. It's like, I don't care, but Jesus, you're stupid. I'm like, yes, Joe. I'm saying, both of all, Joe was about a good 3-4 inches taller than me. Could have whipped my ass too. And I'm not short. That's too funny. Let's get back to Clark Kent over here.
There is a comment that says, "We just saw Dr. Disrespect in handcuffs. He lives right there. Assuming it has something to do with the accusations." Okay, I cannot confirm or verify anything.
Yeah, I'm not allowed to speculate, and he's allowed to do this. Get the fuck out of here.
But this is coming from someone who is in that next door. And this is from
bro. Okay,
even his son, the guy gets everything wrong, and like he's like, you know what? I'm sick of another Willie Mac video. I'm tired of it. yeah, you know, Slasher. Maybe you let it go.
And this is from
bro. Okay, you're
putting me in a bad spot. I am seconds away of a Willie Mac video. Well, he had to come out and say that it wasn't, that he didn't verify it, so that it wasn't true. I think only after Nick pointed it out. This is the stuff that I played in the beginning and it's called opening. There is a little more nuance to it, but all I have to say is fuck your puppies. You know?
I'm saying to put to bed those rumors, those thoughts. Like, why exactly did you decide not to go the anonymous route at all?
It didn't feel right. Shouldn't be doing that. Either I can report it myself, professionally, or I'm just going to shut the fuck up.
Can I? So he doesn't want to go the he's talking about you report it professionally or not, and then what did he just do over here? my dad told me this years ago about journalists, right? If there's an ethics book, it's the world's smallest book. It's a Zine at best. If you guys remember what Zines were. You remember what Zines were? Did they have those when you were a kid, Matt? Are you too old for that? Are you too young for that?
No, I think I'm.
You used to hand them out, like, you know, if you went to like a shows back in Jersey, back in the Dizzy, you get like, you know, these lefty guys handing you out Zines and all political bullshit on it.
Oh, like Matt, like the pamphlets.
Like, yeah, like little pamphlets, and this usually had.
Yeah, I think that's before my time.
Yeah,
but,
I had that in the mid-90s. They hand you a Zine. My buddy used to like we loved fucking music and stuff, but nobody was like politically oriented whatsoever. We would goof like, you got your Zine. Good, I got mine. We make fun of it. And there's a bunch of shit in there. It's pretty funny. You have your Zine. You know, he wants. So that's my thing with Slasher. He's not. I gotta be honest with you. I don't think he's any worse than somebody in the New York Times or anywhere else. I think they're all the same. That's my opinion.
I ask you a question on this thing. So let's say I give you firsthand information about Destiny, okay? And I show you stuff, but I don't let you make a copy. But you know now this is legit shit. So I show you a video of Destiny stomping on puppies, and it's like the most fucked up shit you've ever seen. But you know this is legit. Like, you can't deepfake what I just showed you. I
masturbate to it. What do you think?
It's Destiny. I protect it.
I think about clout and dead puppies.
Throwing up.
Do those puppies have an owner? If not, it doesn't count. It's just a puppy then.
It's just a puppy.
Up shit you've ever seen, but you know this is legit. Like, you can't deepfake what I just showed you. You're throwing up. It's so fucking unbelievably fucked. And he's sitting there saying, "Yeah."
Yes, and he's setting up a date there. You can tell. He's like, "Yeah, I'll meet you after the stream."
Look, dogs, doesn't matter. I eat them for meat. Why would I care about them here? Like, the whole thing. It's real. I've shown you this. I'm obviously a good friend of Destiny, the whole thing. But I'm like, listen, I can't give you a copy of this. He knows I'm the only one who has a copy. I don't even know why he sent it to me. Are you going to report on it?
No.
He's a man of principle. This is the guy that jumped the Dr. Disrespect gun. You know, more than likely takes his orders from Twitch and his sources themselves. He's probably easily controlled. That's so funny.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
I'm Walter Cronkite. Another phony, by the way.
Oh, I'd report the shit out of that.
I need the copy of the tape.
If you know.
Nope.
Nope. Yeah,
I need the copy.
The hypothetical here isn't really even that.
I'd call the cops.
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
Like, what is this? Is this attorney-client privilege? I mean, you're not even a. Now, Destiny makes a point here that I think is kind of interesting.
Not hypothetical. This guy has gone and targeted a minor and said, "Yeah, I don't care that you're 16, 17, whatever the age was." Said, "No, that's fine. I'm going to keep making sexual comments." He has this pattern set up. Like, how? I don't understand. Is there no moral imperative here for you at all that you need to make sure that this guy doesn't continue to go on and victimize more people?
There is, but, you know, Twitch is doing their own investigation. It's not for me to. The only person who should be, if they ever want.
It's not like if I think Twitch's investigation is about a fucking actual cover up for themselves that I wouldn't prick. Like, I'm not gonna blow my sources out. Are you nuts? Like, this, I'm a video game journalist. How many sources do you think I have? It's not like I went to Burma and covered the war. Imagine thinking this. These people are all egomaniacs.
Want to speak is the victim.
No.
Oh, hold on a second. I got to give him context.
Not for me to. The only person who should be, if they ever want to speak, is the victim.
Huh?
No. I'm sorry.
How many sources are puppies that you? Hey, it's Rover. I want to talk to you about something Destiny did. You know?
Sorry, this is the most broken mindset in my opinion. Okay? Victims have a duty to report stuff like this. People have a duty to actually make sure that this doesn't happen in the future.
Look, in fairness to him, there are some circumstantial stuff here. It does depend on certain situations, but I don't know if that particular one was really good. Show your principle. God, because he does have to make trust for people that leak with them, but like, what makes you think he's just not balanced and doing a balancing act? Like, what's going to benefit me? What's not going to benefit me? Like the same reasons DAs don't prosecute guys that are fucking like 100% fucking guilty, because it's not a big deal and it's not going to help their career. Same reason he wouldn't expose that person, because it might hurt his career. I mean, I think that's the way these guys think. It's just zero principle whatsoever.
This is like it's so brain dead, in my opinion, to go, oh well, we have to defend the victim.
Brain dead at all. It's just immoral.
Victim, that's our number one priority.
Number one. In fact, it's not. He's thinking about his future. So it's not brain dead at all.
Priority is making sure more victims don't happen. We can't unrape that fucking person. Okay.
So as a real,
I'm
sexualize that person. Yeah, hold on, real quick. I'm sympathetic towards this, and it works in almost all cases. Except the issue is you run into one huge part at the beginning of the reporting process, and that's that the goal should be to reduce future harm to minors. So if somebody reports something, then you should say like, oh shit, well we need to do this even if they don't want to come forward. But then the issue might be that when somebody wants to report something in the future, they're like, fuck, like I'd report on this guy, but like I don't want any of my shit public. Like I'm just not going to report it. It's not worth the deal.
I don't necessarily disagree with that. I just like I don't buy this shit from. I think there's it really depends on the circumstance. It depends on what's going on. It depends on the level, But if I had to guess, it's just everything's based on keeping this career of his alive. There's probably some truth in that. I mean, if I suppose if a woman comes to you and says this YouTuber sexually assaulted me, but I don't want it out, I'm thinking about it. Yeah, then I'd cover for her. But and another thing is we don't have the content. We don't know exactly how old the girl was. If the girl was fucking 10, fuck this goddamn ethic.
Yeah, you gotta report that to the police.
There are circumstances. So it really circumstances. So let's say the girl's 24, and then Dr. Disrespect grabbed her booze, and he said she comes to you, and this happened. Maybe she shows you some stuff, but she's not ready to turn it over. That's really bad stuff. Stuff shit you can't do, and she explicitly tells you that she's not ready to come forward. Could you wait on it? Yeah, okay. But the example they just gave, no, fuck you. And it's not across the board, and that's exactly what he made it seem. It's like this is binary. It's like across the board. That's
the thing is he didn't wait though. He tweeted about it.
Yeah, that's another thing.
He made it public.
Yeah,
like imagine you were the source and you saw that tweet.
I don't know why. I just don't know why Chud Lottie thinks that my view that this guy's corrupt is just so fucking out there. I don't get that. I don't get it. I mean, yes. I'm not 100% sure. It's just, it seems like a reasonable guess to me. And then when the Dr. Disrespect stuff came out, everybody was demanding without evidence, what have you. I think there's some circumstantial evidence and this guy's kind of corrupt. I don't know.
Reporter's duty is to the news always. That's true. Isn't there like even the thing with reporters that like,
duties to fucking other people. Fuck that shit. Reporters' duties in the news. Yeah, I mean, secondary. I mean,
like they have advanced knowledge of something going on, but they're embedded with a group. Like this kind of happened with Hamas, didn't it? During the October 7th thing?
If you advance knowledge of a crime, I believe you have to inform on the crime.
I think it's across the board, too. He's not a fucking lawyer. There's no attorney-client privilege. I don't know. It just seems sort of amoral to me. Slasher receives a screenshot from next door neighbor's ad from Doc's neighborhood. Said he just saw Dr. Disrespect in handcuffs. So he says he received it somebody that lives next to Doc. So I guess he was lying to him.
I think he got a screenshot, just a random screenshot that someone either made or maybe it was real.
Let me guess. He was on Hassan. Hassan had a huge thing, and he felt like he had to fucking put something out there.
Maybe, but the first fucking thing he says is like, "Hey, I got to be careful with what I say. I had a meeting with Rolling Stone, and they told me what to say, not to say, so I got to be kind of careful." Yeah. Hey, by the way, it literally happened like that.
Yeah, I got to be at a meeting with Rolling Stone. Now, Rolling Stone, he works for Rolling Stone, but what makes you think he didn't do that with fucking Twitch?
Yeah.
What do you think he didn't? I've learned some other stuff. I'm pretty sure I know what happened. But yeah, he's just. What I know is he's an utter incompetent. Like when I listened to him back in like 2008, 2009, he was like the Baba Booey on Howard. So now I thought he was kind of playing it up a little bit. I thought, but I'm pretty convinced he's just. I'm surprised the guy can wipe his ass. You know. Hellbat, you want to come on and talk something quick, or you want a longer call later? Hellbat.
Hold on.
Do you want? Do you hear what I said? You want a quick one now, or because I'm going to take calls throughout, or a longer one later? Because you like to talk, sweetheart.
I am a woman, yes. I prefer a longer one later because I've got a few questions for you.
Because I think it's going to be a long stream, so I'll talk to you later. All right. We're doing a lot of different stuff too, so you can watch. You want a quickie, then I'll pull you down. If I see you in there. I want a quickie. All right, and cancel me. What's this? I don't know if I heard. Listen.
What did you want to have happen in this situation? When we started there, what do you think?
I really think after seeing this back now for 4 years that Twitch never revealing anything and all of this only happening because of Cody's tweet, they did a good job. I really feel
I'm so crazy to think that he's taking orders from Twitch. I'm completely out of my mind. Yeah, they did a great job. I mean, maybe we did. We don't know their end of it, and they're never coming out with it. You have much chance of seeing those whispers as fucking U.S. winning the Copa America, which they got eliminated from last night.
Like the people that were working on this case, that were interacting with the victim, that handled the punishment and that in the aftermath, they never spoke to me on the record. These people I have been talking to or around primary sources for years, never agreed to speak on the record. It has been consistent that the only thing that I have been told many dozens of times over and over, their priority is to protect the victim. I know it sounds probably cheesy or bullshit or whatever, but it
could be. Twitch, I will say this. I do not know what Twitch is doing. I can't figure it out. I don't know if they're covered. I don't know if it was the type of thing like, yeah, we know the guy's a pedo, but this reflects poorly on us. Maybe they'll write an article about the whispers thing and turn that into a thing, which is probably not out of the possibility. It's never the fucking tool. It's the people that are using it.
The next thing you know, they're the next Club Penguin.
Yes.
Is that maybe
more like somebody writes a really disingenuous argument about PMs.
Yeah.
And it like, to us it would be like ridiculous. It would be like remember the video game guy that said like back in the day, Jack Johnson or whatever the fuck is that? I can't remember his name. That GTA was murder simulation. It'd be completely off the wall. But like somebody hears the word PM. Right, it's like Normie hears it, and like PMs created this particular situation where they were able to talk, and it's just an instant message, right? And then Normie hears that, it's like we got to get rid of PMs, and not really knowing exactly what it is. It's like saying, we got to get rid of cell phones. Why? The pedos got them. and if you don't think that could happen, talk to somebody over fucking 60. Oh, sometimes even like a little older than me. I've run into them too.
Is really what I was told so many times about why they would not talk to me.
No. Why wouldn't they talk to you?
Really what I was told so many times about why they would not talk to me.
No.
Why was Dr. Disrespect paid out from his contract then?
That is weird. See, that now has become a thing. Like I thought like Dr. Disrespect is being manipulative when he's saying like I got paid out for my contract, therefore I didn't do anything wrong. Well, you could have done something wrong and they could have paid you to shut you the fuck up. I mean, I thought this is stupid. But now, depending on the age of the girl, really the veracity of the offense here. I'm not going to say crime because I don't know if it's a crime or not. Being inappropriate doesn't necessarily cross into illegal, but definitely cross into maybe you shouldn't make kids content. So why did they pay him? If they had this guy dead to rights, why did they pay him? I think it's a legitimate question.
Sign all those NDAs.
Yeah. Were they doing it because they didn't want like the scenario I just proposed before?
Well, maybe it was a situation where like they broke like a privacy data policy.
That's what I wonder. Yeah, it's something like that, or they literally
got
acquired
it
them illegally, which I don't know how they can do because they're their shit to begin with. They broke their own TOS, which I could believe.
Could be the same reason why Apple can't really read into your messages and why they deny law enforcement and all that.
This is funny. We have one mystery solved, and then like another one kind of grew of it.
We'll find out more in 4 years.
Did you? did you make me a timeline?
Yeah, I put it in the. I should have been in the newsroom. Do you want me to message it to you?
Let me check the newsroom. I probably can pull it real quick.
Right above the Augie video that I put in there.
In chat or the post?
Posts.
Should be the last one. Oh, Johnny. John put in there. Team. Oh, here it is. Let's go to the timeline real quick. I think because like this is something I'll sort of stick up for Twitch for. Like, I know about since 2017. I don't know.
Scroll up. I don't know why I went to that one. Right. It should be the first.
This is Agent's timeline. So if you fucked it up, let's just make fun of him. It's still better journalism than fucking slasher. Just going in a non-opinionated timeline of events. Dr. Diss says the messages are from 2017. Dr. Diss message reminder through Twitch whispers. All right, I think we can all agree on that, right?
Yeah.
That comes straight from him. So
yeah, okay. Well, we'll be critical here, I guess. On the 19th of June, boy, give him a follow. You should probably have some likes on this. Give Agent EK900. Why you call yourself EK900 is beyond me, but give him a follow.
Old.
It's one of my best guys, by the way. This guy.
I'll probably get rid of the EK later.
Yeah, I'm kidding. Do what you want. One of my best guys, by the way.
I can't believe Dr. Jester, the bathroom thing was in 2019. That's crazy.
Yeah, that's what I found out too.
I thought that was a bit of a nothing burger, to be honest with you. Stupid, but I didn't think there was anything that indicated he was a creep. I thought he was just being, having a camera follow and not thinking about that.
I mean, I watch IRL streams where people are creeps.
Yeah, that's happened before too. So maybe that might be it for me too. I'm just desensitized from it because I watch all those IP2 streams.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong about that. I don't know. I just didn't. I didn't think it was, because I started hearing pedo whispers back then, and I was like, that's a little harsh. Definitely can't. Don't be bringing a camera in.
Yeah, cut to Andy Dick trying to molest a guy on an RV.
Yeah. I'm sorry, I can't.
At that point, walking in a bathroom ain't that bad.
No. Maybe that's just the content I take in. 2019, June 11, Dr. Disrespect banned from Twitch for a short time following the bathroom incident where he streamed in a public bathroom.
That was during E3.
That was during E3. Unbanned June. So you got a week ban. Dr. Unread ban allowed to stream.
A week ban.
On 20th, Dr. Disrespect banned for unknown reasons. June 20th, Jock claims he. Wait a minute. Jock claims he knew why he was banned. Hold on a second. Champions Club. This is 20. Twitch.
This was the next day.
This is Twitch
after the ban.
Notified me on a specific reason behind this on their decision. Wait a minute, didn't he say for years he didn't know?
He did.
And so I was right when that guy called in last week, and he was like, "No, he said he knew," and then he said, "Like we're like, yeah." So he lied, right? I didn't even say that safely.
No. I'm confused. He didn't know, but he says Twitch has not notified me on the specific reason behind their decision.
Oh wait, it said not notified.
Oh, so you
not notified.
All right, you're
I misread it.
Now you're Slasher. Look what happened here.
Yeah, good job, guys.
Good job. Wah, wah. It's all right. I don't give a shit.
You're fine.
All right. Now he says,
it's still better than
this is reason why I don't talk about it. But a lot of people ask me, do you know the reason? Yeah, I do know the reason why now. I've known for months now the reason why. And I'll just say this right now, champs. There's a reason why we're suing the fuck out of them. Okay? I don't know how else to put it.
This is a smart move because I totally bought it. I just figured they got rid of him for political reasons. We have seen other people. I mean, I don't know if he's like on the right. I know they're celebrating like he is, like it's like I said, it's like it's Ben Shapiro or something. But he's definitely something. You know, he doesn't play by.
He's like a representation of like gamers that say slurs and stuff like that, right?
In some ways.
Yeah.
So, and they want
not saying that he says the slurs, but
they want
he's
you
like
to be like
mascot.
them though, or you're not allowed on. You got to be that guy that fucking reported my video or whatever the fuck he did. You know, when I made fun of his favorite, that soy boy. Then when I made fun of Ludwig for being a moron, more than likely reported my video.
The amount of damages and you just don't. No.
And Twitch settled. Oh, I fucked it.
Huh.
I put the wrong thing in. God damn it. It's getting hard to hit these. All right. So the 21st, he says he knows why he's been. It's a damn year, a year later.
Yeah. It really is almost a year later.
22, Dr. Disrespects the lawsuit's been settled. That's when I talked to Mr. Big. I think Mr. Big was a little thrown off like this by this.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if he got. I know he didn't lie to me, but I just. I don't know if he knew the veracity of it. You know, I think he was in kind of my camp. I wonder if Mr. Big was told what everybody else was told.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
I don't know. I can't tell. March 10th, Dr. Disrespects says the law has been settled. No party admits to any wrongdoing.
And that's what you see in the tweet just below it.
I remember this. I remember I got in a conversation. This is what got me in the conversation. Current day stuffing's crap. So he said he knew a year later. But for an entire year, he said he didn't know. I don't believe that. I don't think anybody believes that. Fucking Slasher knew he knew. And how much you want to bet Slasher was running his mouth the entire year to everybody in back channels? I don't buy that. He knew.
I mean, that's why everybody knows now behind the scenes, right?
When I talked, the funny thing is, my conversation was with Mr. Big was over the signing, and we both agree that he knew.
Yeah,
I mean, it just doesn't seem possible, and he's not a reliable narrator. And then he plays a character on top of it, so whatever. He's fucked, and he deserved it. So let's get to. Oh, did I knock out my boogie? Yes, I think I did, or did I move it? No, let's start with the boogie. I know a lot of people wanted me to talk about this. I think they'll be a little surprised what I have to say. I did do a whole stream on it. I like how people were. Who was that? Two-Step Cowboy in the chat? Like, how come you won't talk about boogie scamming? I did fucking I just did. Also, I tried to leave the lolcow stuff over there. So if I skip one of those two golf balls, do like this, I'm a little tepid because I want to save it for over there, and I know. I'll type in the chat. Can I talk about it? And I won't get an answer, and they'll do it. And then all of a sudden, I can't believe you fucking allowed them to be milked off our platform. Can you see that happening? Put a one.
No
in the chat
money
if you
for
believe
you.
me. Yeah. Wait for me to guess. So this is Boogie involved in a scam, blames people who are fat folk. I agree. Like Mood and Charlie. Mood ain't skinny. Maybe he's a self-hating fatty. He's not fat. He's big bone. I don't know. Let's see what he says. Wait, he's got that girl. I thought that was a dog for a second. That's bizarre. Not that she's a dog. I'm not saying that. That's gonna be terrible.
Wow.
I didn't say that, but I thought like her hair. I thought it was like because he has a million fucking goddamn trash rats running around that house.
Oh, now you're calling her a trash rat?
No,
What the
stop,
fuck?
shut up.
Jesus Christ.
I just saw hair. Sorry, I didn't mean that. I don't like doing that unless somebody's really bitchy.
I'm just going to be brutally honest with you guys in a way that I can't be publicly. I can trust you guys with this. But
I really literally would tell my wife, I've got to record this video to save my reputation.
Could you get the fuck off of me?
Like, please? No, I'll just sit here and look like you just strangled me to death.
What if he made her do it? What if he made her, hey, babe, lean on my shoulder so they see you.
Wouldn't be shocked at all.
But the reality of it is, I'm fat and weird and autistic, and I used to be one of the top YouTubers, right? And these people...
Funny, the new
You
ones
were
are
just
pretty,
used to.
pretty, he'll rub that, if you get him mad enough, he'll rub that in your face. It's really funny. He's done it to me.
Fucking hate that a fat guy is successful. These people fucking hate that a fucking weird autistic guy was ever successful, as successful as them.
He was the most loved guy on the
internet. And I made a few mistakes along the way, and they capitalized.
The reason they hate him so much is because he's insecure and vindictive. And now, like, there's no way around that. People know.
Like, everybody went to bat for him when the whole thing with Anita Sarkeesian and stuff. Like, everybody loved the guy.
He was
for like
mad at me then.
You
know, he was super mad at me back then because I criticized him because he acted like a pussy.
Okay, buddy.
Teddy, Tommy calls Boogie innocent. Stop. I don't mean that. I really am. I don't like doing that. I'm nice to women unless they piss me off. Make me a sandwich, Genie. Wearing my shirt.
And when a situation like this comes up, where it's Boogie 2988, the guy they've all been bullying for the last 6 fucking years, and crypto, which is not understood by the normies. Hell, I barely understand it. I'm getting
Desi's like my cat. I can do these videos, and the cat just sits there and does nothing.
An education as we go. You combine those two things together, and they have a rock solid platform to shit all over me and shit all over this community. And I think it's
not like Mudahar exposed scammers and that's what he's interested in and he cares about it. It's because you're fat. That's it.
Fascinating that some of you guys are fighting back. And I genuinely am surprised that the rest of the crypto...
By the way, stick around. I have some inside information that I'm going to give you. Inside information. That you're only going to get about on top of the point because I spoke to Boogie over the weekend when this whole fucking thing went down.
Community isn't joining you and fighting back by...
Can we get that clip of Medicare like going on in them about claiming the cancer thing? Is it anybody can
maybe.
That's really funny.
Yeah, somebody can.
That's funny.
It is pretty good.
Buying this coin and getting on social media and getting in the comment section of these videos and setting these motherfuckers straight because someone fucking needs to. And I hope this coin's success proves them fucking wrong right to their goddamn faces. Not just about crypto, not just about this coin, but hopefully about me.
You're going to die when I tell you this shit. It happened between me and him. Also, this aged well. I emailed 2 cryptocurrency companies. Bunny C, even though I know he's full of shit, Tommy, you can get those other cats away from my house. They're scaring me. Yeah, they look like it in the video. I've been emailing 2 cryptocurrency company, and they want me to put their shit coin. Imagine virtue signaling like this. As much as I like money, I refuse. When was this? 2021. If you're going to invest and find a long-term safe coin, don't invest more than you can afford to lose. Shit coins are the worst than gambling. This age, well. They're not that bad if they give you $10K up front. Oh yeah, the man-child parrots. Oh, this is like 3 hours ago. A man-child parrots the opposite, hoping his meme token gets pumped to own the people rightfully. Calling him out. Yeah, I've seen kindergarten take more accountability. He lies so much he gets surprised by people who don't believe. That I've noticed that myself. And then he tells like when you corner him in a lie, he'll play 4D chess. Like I'm manipulating the situation. See, I fooled you. You're so stupid. It's pretty funny. I figured the fans I had left neither knew enough about crypto or most people were smart enough not to buy the coin. I guess I was wrong. Would fucking kill to see you guys pump the coin and annoy the motherfucker. CoffeeZilla and what have you. I have a controversial opinion. And this does fly in the face. I talked to CoffeeZilla yesterday. Oh boy. Did Boogie do a number on him? I can't really go into it, and he didn't give me too much to go in on. But he had like a complete child meltdown and started screaming at him.
How many times did he threaten suicide?
exhausted. No, I think it was more. He's a lot when he's mad. He's more aggressive. He doesn't like, I'm going to kill myself. I'm going to kill myself. I think he mixed it up. I mean, he had a melt fucking down, and you could really see it affect. Because, like, it's off brand for these guys to sit there and say, you know what, shut the fuck up with your cancer. I got you scamming here, and I don't give a shit about your fucking problems. Like, that's me. Like, I don't think CoffeeZilla is like that because he's afraid of probably getting canceled. He probably has a bunch of stupid ass fans that you were mean to my cancer, like all that other shit. So I get it. And also, here's another thing about Coffee. It's not even just like, I'm not calling him a fake or anything. I get the feeling the guy actually is a normal person on the internet, which is rare. And you don't talk to people like that. I think that's a possibility. But I do have a controversial take here. And maybe it'll end lolcow. All right. I don't believe that he went in intent with this with malice, including this, as bad as it looks. I don't believe. Because I don't think he's smart enough. I think those shitcoin guys came to him. Oh, by the way, it is a scam. Don't get me fucking wrong. And he can be held accountable for it. I think those guys went to him and said, would you do this? I got this thing. You don't even have to fucking promote it in a traditional way. You can do it in a thing. And we'll give you $10K for it. And he probably rationalized it to say, you know what? That's cool. It'd just be like me promoting no different than, Meta PCs. I do believe. Can I get in his head? Do I know that for a fact? Absolutely not. I do believe that's the thing. So I don't think there was any malice. I don't think he went out to, I'm going to cheat you. I don't believe that, right? Or I'm going to cheat my fans. I think he has no self-awareness.
Okay, buddy.
Didn't realize how it could be twisted. It's not like he called me. It's like, hey, Tommy, what do you think of this? And Tommy would have said this. Here's what's going to happen. I don't think it's bad, but here's what I said. It's not that bad what you're doing, but here's the thing. It's going to be twisted. God help you if CoffeeZilla gets involved or Mood Heart, and then you fucking can't do it. Which is kind of what he did to CoffeeZilla in his first phone call. And he told him, no, you can't do this. Well, I already did it. So he went over there because he started taking the heat. You can't touch this shit. The only way you can touch this shit is if you're Ice Poseidon and saying, yeah, it's a big rug pull. I mean, he practically did that, practically. I think, if I'm not mistaken, CoffeeZilla mentioned it on Rogan. He didn't name Ice Poseidon, but Ice Poseidon's like, yeah, it's fucked. I know. Do something. Yeah. Because he's a genius too. But I think he looked at his Meta PCs. You can disagree with me. You can think like I think the better answer to reply to me is it doesn't matter. And you know what? I don't know if I can agree with you, but I don't think he went into this with malice. I don't think it's like, let's get in a scam and scam people. I don't believe that. I don't believe he's that bright. I think they told him you can play a character, you can do Andrew Tate, and we'll give you $10,000 for it. Okay. Somebody would tell me to do something like that, but not crypto. But like the normal alarm whistles don't go off. Somebody comes up and says, "I'm going to give you $10,000 to do something." Like it's just too easy of money. It's way too easy. You got to think like, why is it so easy? Well, maybe something's corrupt. Boogie298. I bully the bullies so well, I end up being bullied by the bullies. I bully. Genius. Boy, remember that one? We screenshot that.
I get bullied by the bullies. The bullies.
Yeah.
Who bully?
I sent you the Medicare clip.
That's so funny. Let's watch the Medicare clip. I can't wait.
It should be the second one, not the first.
Yes, sir. I have, all right, with the whole scam thing. Now, I do find the fucking, before I get into Medicare, I do find, I think some people are pro-clutching over this a little too much, right? You can be angry about it, but I just don't think it's that big a deal, right? Personally, but you're welcome to, I mean, I held his feet to the fire on the show. I did everything I could. I thought the stream was entertaining. And the way I see it, that's my job here. But I do think, yeah, that some people are like he's not, who's that guy that stole like $1 billion or whatever it was?
Oh, God.
Even if he's guilty, like the guy that just put in jail that, he sent money to the Democratic Party. They were all sticking up for him, he's scamming everybody. Remember that? just a couple
I
minutes
remember.
ago. CoffeeZilla nailed that guy too. I can't remember his fucking name. The guy was such a cool billionaire. He drove a shitty car.
Sam
Bankman-Fried, yeah.
Yeah, Fried.
So I don't think he's Sam Bankman-Fried. I don't think he's Bernie Madoff with your money. I don't. He's probably guilty of something and he'll never be charged. You want to be pissed off for scamming his fans? Sure. I'm not pro-clutching over it. So Boogie does an interview with Dick Masterson and Vito. And it's funny. Boogie's funny, Dick's funny, Vito's funny. And their kind of like take on it is like people are overreacting to the shit. And I think, Dick's kind of like me. Like the pro couching is just not fun. It's not funny. It's not entertaining. But it's fascinating that that's what people really like. Unfortunately, that's why the allegation stuff became such big content, because people want to be pissed more than they want to laugh. I think, which sucks. So he did this whole thing. Verse calls me. He says, Boogie really did a good job on this. I watch. I say, yeah, he really did. It's very funny. It kind of makes. And by the way, I didn't tell Mudahar this, but I did tell CoffeeZilla this. It kind of makes Muda and what's your name called look very pro clutchy. He might be wrong, but maybe we're making a bigger deal of this than it needs to be. And one of the reasons it's a big deal is because he keeps saying stupid shit. He throws more wood on the fire. So I listened to it and I was like, wow, this is really good. So the rapture's coming. I talked to Boogie and I said, look, you're probably in a lot of trouble. You got Mediger, you got Mudahar, you got CoffeeZilla. These are not the guys. This is like disastrous. I go, what I would do for you, because it's very lighthearted, I would post the Dick Masterson interview, right? Because the other thing, it wasn't that obnoxious either. It wasn't like he was on lolcow, where it's like, well, if you believed it, type attitude. It was more like maybe we're overreacting to it. Yeah, it's probably a scam, but we're overreacting. Boogie agrees with me. Verse cuts the clip. I get to him. He totally agrees with me, and I said, here's what you're gonna do: post this clip, say that's your reply, and write it out. Just don't stay off the internet. Tommy, that's a good idea. I think I got this. Here's the clip. Thank you. All right. Do not engage under any circumstances. Like, oh, don't worry about it. I got to go up to Keams anyway, so I'll be busy as it is. This is.
How you doing there, buddy?
I get a call from him at like 2 or 3 in the morning.
Do you have a clip?
I'm at my mother-in-law's house, so I can't pick up the phone. No, you guys don't understand. Boogie scam is just a massive heavy call from. Yeah. And I basically said, like, if you want to save some PR, this is what to do. But you're going to have to still take some bumps. See, Boogie doesn't think he thinks he's sort of entitled not to take any shit after he fucks up. But I think this would be a good road back to redemption, because these guys will exhaust themselves, making you out to be the next, Jeffrey Dahmer or whatever it is. They will. And the internet will get exhausted too, because you're fucking Boogie. He goes in, he mentions Mediger, he goes at it with Mudahar, he does all this stuff. Just prior to all this happened, I get a call from him. I couldn't pick it up. Where I was like, look, I'm a mother-in-law's, I can't talk. I was watching Cope America 2 or 3 in the morning. And he does everything I told him not to do. Everything. And doesn't do the one thing that we both agreed on.
That's Boogie.
And I thought that was the best way to kind of deal with it. PR thing, and also not like you're not taking accountability. Just make it, all right, I might be guilty, but the reaction's over the top, and in a funny way, in a sort of a Dick Masterson Vito funny way. Now I think that ship has sailed. I told CoffeeZilla this. I told him this is what I told him to do, and then he decided to talk to you. I told him I told him not to talk to you for his own, because I'm talking to him as like. Because, like, at the same time, Wings is, like, Boogie's having the meltdown. Wings completely, like, shuts it out. He's like, I don't like what's being posted on Reddit. Somebody's got to edit Reddit. I'm writing fucking Boogie, calm down. Just turn it off. I'm here with my wife and kid right now. I'm enjoying my weekend. You know why? Because I'm not reading Reddit. Oh, you're right. Oh my god! And then the other guy and him arguing with Mudahar and fucking Key making fun of him all at the same time. And like Wings is not even paying attention to the posts in between him. I'm all Reddit. What about Reddit? Reddit. Why did you take that guy? Keep that guy called me a pedophile. We gotta give me the Reddit mod. No, say like it's madness. Fucking madness.
It's like a daycare with like two petulant kids just like screaming.
You know, I can talk about this. Kobe's said, "How can I deal with them?" And I said, "Well, first of all, I've been arrested before, you know, and I've been around real weird people. I've always kind of been attracted to weird fucking people. And you know, I went to that crazy school when I was a kid when I got in trouble. You know, I was in the army, so yeah, it's easier for me to deal with weird people. Like that's the thing. That's why I think kind of he's a good person that grew up in a good family that did well in school, where I'm not, and I grew up with the kind of the dirt and the muck, and I know how to wade through it. You know, like you can tell, like Coffee was just fucking exhausted. You know, poor guy. You know, and I don't think he was particularly happy with me when I told him. I was like, well, I told Boogie because from my perspective, what I think you should do, and he didn't look too happy about it. I don't know if he's got a lot going on. You know, especially with the Logan Paul stuff. That's too funny. So that's what happened behind the scenes. So I don't know really what goes from here. I don't know if there's a local out. I don't think so. Yeah, there's nothing. My email isn't my. So I'm going to bed. That's a little boring. All right, let's go over the bad taste situation, which is really funny this weekend. Let's do a Connor video.
Let's go. Connor's doing video. By the way, this is not his gameplay.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, there's a new soy boy of the week for the entire internet to decimate all at once. A couple weeks ago, it was In Praise of Shadows. Now we've got Brad.
Seems so long ago, In Praise of Shadows. Brad tasted music. Oh God, what a fucking! I could smell the Starbucks.
Cringe.
Yeah.
Had a taste in music. These guys always end up somehow just throwing themselves to the wolves, having some weird Twitter meltdown. This guy's Twitter meltdown literally just starting from taking a picture with Ethan and Ela Klein and captioning it, "Great moves."
When was this picture taken? Does anybody know?
I was thinking it was like over the week or whatever, right?
Yeah, like VidCon.
Yeah, it was like a VidCon thing.
Jesus Christ. Okay.
Yeah, this tweet on screen is the end of this guy's Twitter and internet career, apparently, because this led him down a multi-tweet meltdown rampage. Now, what could possibly be wrong with this picture? Well, after he took this, random people on Twitter decided to say that he's taking pictures with...
You are taking pictures with the Jews!
Zionist, and they tried to give him just the slightest bit of backlash over it. How dare you take a picture with Ethan Klein, one of the biggest YouTubers in the world, especially during what isn't this week VidCon week when every major YouTuber is hanging out right now? How dare he do this? Well, he made this post and he was getting some backlash at first, and at first he was standing his ground. He was shitting all over them. Someone responded, "Bro, shut up. You're willingly aligning yourself with Zionists and you expect not to be criticized for it?" And Brad replied, "It's not that serious, little bro."
But he got ratio. Well, that says I am of this new thing. You are responsible for the company you keep.
So at first he was like, "Listen, it's not a big deal. I'm just taking a picture."
That side, that they don't allow you to be human.
Nah.
They really don't.
Because they're not human.
It's so awful wall. Yeah, it's so awful wall for me to call them a bunch of fascists.
Yeah.
Sure, with a super mega YouTuber. It's like that person who ran up to Hassan being like, "Don't drink Coke on stream. Like, at least pretend to do our protest. Like, just be better."
I'm sorry, I forgot to say you need to stop drinking.
You need to stop telling me what the fuck to do. How about that? Shut up. Fucking make me another coffee.
Do it on stream. It's boycott.
Wait, is it?
You're preaching pro-Palestine and you're drinking all this boycott stuff.
This is a person that is completely fucking caught up. It might as well be a cult member.
Caught up, probably rich, right? Probably comes from wealthy parents. They
were completely caught up in the bullshit. Growing up, I knew normal people that were pro-Palestine that weren't like even use the word Zionist. Not that that necessarily makes you a bigot, but it might as well be dirty Jew now. No.
I think the difference, right, is like the more wealthier people.
My point is, so before you go on, there used to be normal people in that, like semi-normal, like liberals, and now they're all like this. That's my point. But finish.
Well, no, I was saying like to carry on your point is I think the difference, right, is the wealthier people get caught up in all this whole thing, while like the more like normal middle class, lower class people, all they do is just talk to their friends about it, and then they go have a beer with their buddies and they talk about the conflict going on, and then it's done.
Getting fucked off. Do you see what they did? You want to tell me? You see what they fucking did? Yeah, but they were trapped there for years. Like I don't know how you could be over there. I don't know how you could be about killing babies. You all for killing babies? Come on, Mike, get out there killing babies. But the people, they can't go nowhere. They can't go nowhere. Clearly, you're okay with baby killing. You know, something like that.
And then it stays there. It stays there, you know.
All right, Mike, all right. Don't worry about it. Get your beer. And that's where it goes. Yeah, I get it.
Please, thank you. At least pretend. Do it off stream. Please.
Okay, I'll put it in a glass. Is Pepsi okay?
No.
No soda, son.
Run by dirty Jews, Pepsi.
No, I didn't know it was like that.
I'm trying to stop it. He's an animal.
That clip is exactly what this feels like.
He's
and
right. Hey, that's a good one, Connor.
He's responding appropriately, in my opinion. It's not that serious, little bro. Like, okay. But for some reason, after these randoms just built up in his replies, he decided to bend the knee and fold and actually say that he is a horrible, terrible person for this.
See, I think Connor and Augie are horrible, terrible persons. They were dead set against Jews 2 months ago, and look at them now. You know?
The next morning, he woke up and quote.
You know, they did kill Jesus. You know. Did you forget?
Yeah.
Did you forget Augie? Did you forget Connor? They're Jesus killers. Christians are weird too.
Tweeted his tweet saying, "This image made a statement that I did not intend to make, and I'd like to apologize."
All right, I can tell you what happened here. Friend came to him who's a wacko, but he's probably a little better at hiding it, and told him, "No, these people are right. This is why you're getting hate. You got to change course. This is what I recommend." And what he recommended is going to completely fucking wreck him.
Yeah. For people who are hurt or upset by this. I also apologize for my quick response.
I know he already did. We're doing the past tense, you genius.
It was dismissive towards people who care about me and others deeply. I appreciate you looking out for me. And so he was getting backlash already in this response here, but he decided to double down and just continue posting on Twitter, where then he made this tweet where he says, "I'm aware that being around Ethan and Hila at the moment is very questionable." What?
Why? Because I'm surrounded because I have a bunch of fucking anti-Semites in my sphere that are posing as pro-Palestine. That's why.
It's like Hila Klein was in the IDF and fucking.
Yeah, what do you think she fucking?
You know
did?
she has to join, right?
I don't want to get Emery'd here. All right, there's a big like women don't usually go on the fucking front lines of those things. All right, I'm not saying for all I know she did something heroic. For all I know she saved somebody's fucking life. I know a guy that was in the IDF and he actually got bombed in basic training. I can't imagine. Okay, there's actually a guy I was in New Jersey with, right? So, but the odds are, like, call me crazy. She was not machine gunning infants while she was in Gaza. I'm willing to bet she never set foot there.
In fairness, the ones behind that narrative are usually us, right? Because
yes, oh God, what is that fucking? I love that thing.
Oh God,
let's get it. Hila Klein short.
Yeah,
Klein.
But do they know that you have to serve when you live in Israel? Like you have to serve for a certain amount of time?
Do they still have compulsory service? I don't know.
Yeah, I think they have to serve, especially.
I don't know. I'm just call me crazy. This is not Hila Klein. Probably wasn't all the IDF. It was just a bunch of propaganda bullshit. But I mean, look, I was in the army. War crimes happen.
This isn't funny that 2 years ago it was a bunch of conservative people putting this up, and now it's going to be like left wing.
You know what Bill Maher said? I'm old enough to remember when the conservatives hate the Jews. I thought that was dead on the money. So this is a joke. Maybe they took the joke lately. I don't know.
I wanted to meet them despite people's valid criticisms of them. I am aware this is a bad look, and posting a photo with them upset many people. Not the best decision on my part. And of course, someone replies, wait, you know they were problematic and why? Then why would you ever want to meet them? If you knew Ethan and Hila...
Oh, it's not enough. Yeah. It's never enough. Here we go. It's never enough.
Or Zionists.
Good. You know what? This guy totally deserved what he got.
Hila herself was in the IDF. Why even risk your reputation for that meeting?
How does that... See, that sounds... I gotta be... That just sounds like it because you stood next to a Jew. And like, if I'm not mistaken, Ethan came out initially and had nothing but sympathy and was not necessarily pro-Israel, and neither was she. And she was she was in the army. But he wanted a certain amount of sympathy for the victims of Hamas, and that there was nuance there, and that made him an evil Zionist. I'm sorry, I think that's tied to anti-Semitism. I don't think that has anything to do with those people. I think this is the popular thing to jump on. It's just a trend. It's an internet trend, just sort of like the Ukraine, fucking when people pretend to give a shit about those people. I don't buy it. I don't buy it at all. And I think this is that there is, you know, like, I mean, you want to hear about anti-Semitism on the far left? I don't know. The Russian immigrants, like 1990, all these Russian immigrants, Jewish immigrants, flooded into a town that I was from in Highland Park. Now, they didn't kill them like the Nazis did, but it wasn't good. Because remember, to the far left, they represent the merchant class, evil capitalists. To the far right, they kill Jesus!
I just love this.
I like them. They're good doctors and lawyers. I don't want to fucking shut Jews down. I want them operating. They're good at it. Like that scene in that movie, that All in the Family. Get me like he wants a Jewish lawyer, and the Irish one comes in, he throws him out. He says, "Get me a Jew." The best fucking episodes ever. The Irish guy's like fumbling around with his paperwork and putting down his glasses, like, "Get me a Jew, Edith."
Hila was in the IDF meme, as if Hila herself has been in the battlefields now, just slaughtering children, and also as if she's not.
But she was. Ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous.
Not a Israeli citizen where serving in the IDF is mandatory. This portrayal of it is like she willingly chose to sign up for the IDF and do everything she could to kill as many Palestinians as possible. It's like, what the fuck? So he responds, I wanted to meet them because they were famous, and I had the opportunity to watch a creator who was a pivotal part of my childhood and early YouTube adventures. I had no care for the moral implications at the time. The moral implications? What are you talking about? I just wanted to feel cool. The moral implications of this picture are unbelievable. I mean, do you see this, you guys? Who knows what could have come out of this photograph right here? I mean, this is real serious stuff here. This is basically like taking a picture with Epstein. I mean...
and the best part about it is Ethan gets fucking his. This guy gets what Ethan get a couple of. This guy gets his for fucking keeping around the lefty fascists, right? And so did Ethan. And I'm happy. I'm happy. This is why you don't make friends with these types of people. And I mean that. And I didn't say liberals. Far left. The same reason you don't hang around people on the far right that are fucking racist wackos. This is what you get. And right now, the far left is a lot more mainstream than the far right. Sorry.
This is horrible. But this guy, don't feel sympathy for him because he is completely pathetic and he just went after Turkey Tom for literally no reason at all. Turkey Tom quote tweeted his tweet, the one he says, I'm aware of being around Ethan is super questionable.
So he makes a joke.
Yeah. And he just made it a copy pasta basically. That's and funny. Brad quote tweeted him, we literally laugh about you behind your back. You have no real friends.
Well, that's true because he's a YouTuber. But guess what? Nobody laughs behind his back. He has tons of fucking friends. I don't know if they're all real or not. Keep in mind, he is a YouTuber, and the kind of people that he's hanging around with now may fuck him one day. But I can personally attest, Tom has an excellent friend group, an excellent one. You don't, and that is why you fucking said this. This is a projection, dude. Tom's got guys that have, like Nick DiOrio, fucking Willie, that have put their fucking reputations on the line to defend him when he was barely defendable. So
it would have been
this is you. This is you. You're being laughed at behind your back, and you have no real friends. That's why you have to capitulate to all those fucking anti-Semitic.
Do you have a clip of that?
Adolf's ghost. 80 years most post-mortem plan is finally coming to fruition. Everyone sees the light now. Yeah.
I think a funny quote tweet Tom should have done was, "We literally laugh about you to your face."
Oh, that yeah. I would have. Why bother? Why give this guy anything? Tom has. I don't know about the fucking upper crust, but I know his base YouTube friends are the best, and I don't say that too often about YouTubers, do I?
No.
He has the best friends. And I think they're better friends than he is to them. How about that? All those guys are happy for him, support him, and they still use each other as fucking optics checks. I am a veteran of Thanksgiving, Tom. I don't mean that, though. He's a good friend of them. But if I had to rate them, I think the other guys are better.
And then cowered away and deleted this. So this guy is not some poor, innocent little good boy who's just being bullied by the internet. No, this guy is a snake. He's a piece of shit. Shout out to the Clip Live subreddit for giving me this tweet.
And speaking of Clip Live, you can join Clip Live today. I have been added to the Clip Live crew, where I immediately promoted my soccer fucking channel.
Let's go.
Just to be weird. You'll know.
You probably got to check. You probably got to go to newest because it's definitely lost.
Yeah, it's
not going to be
there.
there.
You get a comment. You know? Oh no! I called him a pedophile.
I think he called you a pedophile.
Oh, he did? I missed that.
During your debate, he did. I think.
He did?
Yeah.
I missed. He must have been cross. I didn't hear that.
Yeah.
That's funny. Got me. Yeah. Like he called me a pedophile after I said these lefties are acting like fascists. And what does he do? Like under what fucking?
I think it was like I
joke?
think he was trying to make a point. Yeah. He was trying to make a point about something.
Okay. Well, probably would have fucking won that poll if he wasn't so insufferable. Oh, Jesus.
All right, Tommy, go to newest. Newest. Stop scrolling.
It was a while
go
ago.
up.
It was a while ago. I just looked at it before. Hold on. You're wrong. There it is. Told you. Haha. This is what I posted. Very impressive. Together, my kick. It's on. England scores. England scores, and it's Jude Bellingham. This is my dream. This is what I really wanted in radio. But I never got it. So even though this something only got 100 hits, I'm very proud of myself. Ties it up in the 90th. There is life in England. Headed on goal. It looks like another one. England scores. Harry Kane in the 91st minute of extra time. You know what's cool about that? I've given guys access to the channel. That wasn't. I didn't make that, right? And it segues into their review. So I actually got to do the call. I'm
Liquid
so
McDougal, thank you for the $2. Knee guards suck. I hate knee guards. I don't know what. Oh fuck.
You subreddit, join it, and then pretty much after all of that, instantly.
/ Clip Live. I won't be posting soccer stuff.
The H3 decided to respond to him, posting on his Instagram story saying, "This is Brad. Someone on the crew was kind enough to get him VIP tickets, so he was able to come backstage and hang out with us. I had the chance to speak with him for a little bit, and I thought he was a nice guy. Here he
You're wrong.
is apologizing for taking a photograph with me," which is so unbelievably soy. Even H3 is just shocked by this revelation that this guy...
I think it's more than soy. I think it's fucking sort of evil. I do. I think it's like to be that way with like the hard, like what is it? The weak men create hard times type of thing. That's what this is.
Came to.
Yeah.
I must apologize and bend the knee for taking a photo with the Epstein of YouTube. He continues quoting the second tweet that I
watch my music reviews if I don't suck them off, though. You don't understand.
We read saying, "Because I'm a Zionist. What does this even mean? To those that use this word as an insult, it simply means anyone that believes Israel has the right to continue to exist. According to recent polling, this would include 90% of the world's Jewish population. That means that Brad here would like to apologize for taking a photograph with 9 out of 10 Jews. Whatever.
He's right. He's like 100% correct here.
Criticism I have voiced for Israel.
Like,
Whatever.
Do you imagine, like you know they say like I forget you know how you would behave if you were in Germany in the late 30s. There you go. There you go. You'd capitulate because out of fear for your career. Not me. I would have rolled into concentration camps and Rambo'd those Nazi motherfuckers. No, you wouldn't. You'd be taking your shift at guard.
Whatever financial contributions I've made to the people of Gaza, nothing will ever be enough. Because I, like 90% of all Jews, am a Zionist. I've been on the receiving end of rabid anti-Semitism ever since October 7th, but this one made me especially sad. Then showing the reply that we...
Good. I'm sure you rubbed that in his face. I'm sure he's like, either way, I don't care.
Read. I'm not upset with Brad. I don't blame him for his response. But when your ideology concludes that 90% of an ethnic group are monsters, I think you probably just don't like that ethnic group.
Call me crazy! And look, you could have a problem with Israel and what they're doing over there and not being anti-Semite. I can totally come to that. But I mean, after what this guy's doing, yeah.
My heart goes out to the suffering in Gaza. I pray every day for a ceasefire. I will continue to support Palestine. And yeah, correct me if I'm wrong.
Fucking that Jew boy praise. You believe that?
But I don't think H3 has ever just gone publicly calling for the genocide of Palestinians. Like, I don't think that's ever happened.
Nobody has, actually. It's just usually the accusation.
And pretty sure he's generally had relatively reasonable opinions about the conflict, especially given that he is Israeli himself.
Fascists don't know. Fascists just want you to be with them.
Along with his wife being an Israeli citizen. Maybe he's called for the...
Never, never, never. Never fucking fall for the red herring.
The definition is you're a pedophile.
Never answer the definition. Never do it. Never do it. Even if you don't know. Even if you don't overdo it. Make them prove that you saying fascist in that context is somehow wrong. Don't get in the definition, weeds. It's a trap. You can't answer it correctly. Doesn't matter if you do a dictionary definition, it looks like you Googled it. If you give sort of a half-assed definition, like something stupid, then you're fucking stupid. And by the way, the criticism of you is not whether you know division. The criticism of you is fascist appropriate in this conversation, right? Because usually when it is, that's when you get in the definition game. You get in the weeds of that. Don't ever answer it. Don't ever. Don't be insecure. Don't be worried that people think you're stupid. Don't answer it. Force them to stay on topic. That's it. That's it. You give the right definition, then it'll become the definition that like nobody can disagree on. Then it becomes the essence. You really understand that, or do you not? That's all it is. No. You say what I said is wrong. Because at the end of the day, here's what happens. When let's say you fall for the fucking thing, right? Let's say you go for it, and you give a bad definition, and then he calls you stupid and says you're not a reliable narrator because you don't know exactly what you're fucking talking about. All he's done is prove you're stupid. The original argument of you using fascist in that context, whether you know it or not, it doesn't change it. And I do believe that if you're demanding the allegations. To accept the allegation before all the evidence is, I think that is fascist. Absolutely. Balls to the bum. And the fascist response that I got was, but it's apparent. Oh, Jesus, that's creepy.
Do you have a clip of that?
No. I'm sorry. Nobody believes you guys.
I mean, I'm not trying to.
Well, go ahead.
I'm not trying to change subjects here, but going back to Boogie real quick, did we look at this tweet?
No. What tweet?
He like throws Dick Masterson.
Yes, I forgot to put that in. Fuck yes. Yeah,
Here,
he throws it like people were telling me to double down. I think he's kind of referencing me too. I didn't tell him to double down. I said this is the best way to go. It gets smooth. So he decided the best way is to grovel, which doesn't work, as we know from Mr. fucking Brad Taste here.
But yeah, they should go bowling.
Yeah, they should go bowling. Yes, I did. He threw Dick Masterson under the bus. And yes, I let him know. Even though it was a really good spot. It was really funny. Really well done. I said, this is the best way to do it. Because like my whole logic was, if you're fucked, you're fucked. You know, if they're going to arrest you, it's not going to matter whether you do this or not. You know, and the odds of arresting you was like a billion to one. That being said, I think that's a scam. But is it a scam like Bernie Madoff, or is it a scam like the claw at the arcade? That's what I can't figure out. Everybody knows they're getting scammed when they're trying to put the fucking basketball and have it go, fucking foul! You know? I don't know. I'm saying I don't know. I'm not saying that it's the same level, but I don't know. Is it the claw scam? Is it 3-card Monty? Or is it Bernie Madoff? I don't know. I am crazy. I think the backlash should fit the crime. I don't know.
Dude, people need to just let Boogie burn. Like, because he's just going to throw you out under the bus.
You know, frustrating. Like, it was nice talking to him and like, look, I think you're good. Just do this because it's funny. Let's stick to entertainment. The original idea behind your little scam to begin with. I'm going to do Andrew Tate, right? And it was, I realized the Andrew Tate skit he did, I thought was funny. I did. I thought it was very funny.
Yeah, it would have been fine if it was just a skit, nothing else, you know?
All right, you deleted this. You're setting a bad example for Ethan. He reads your tweets and took them at face value, meaning he trusts you, and you're trying to egg on the person who you believe hurt Ethan. What? I'm not trying to reply because I like Ethan. I have no affiliation with Ethan Klein. I have never once spoken to Ethan Klein in my life. I'm replying because you're such a pussy. Yeah, you end up blocking him. And Harley's Jewish, so it makes him so much better. I'm aware of being around Destiny was very questionable. Yeah. I actually wrote Harley after this. You know that?
Oh, yeah.
He's like, how's your summer, eh? It's pretty good, eh? And then I went on and I was like, God.
And how's your kid's soccer doing?
Dude, I told him I told him what Tommy was doing. I left him a voice message. I'm sure he's interested. You're a good man. He said. I made my peace with Harley. Because I actually really enjoyed that lolcow with him. Because he figured me. He's one of the few YouTubers that actually figured me out. You know that?
Yeah.
And I don't know, it was probably the episode that got scrapped, right? The one I fucked up. But he's,
right.
I know what your problem is. You hate YouTubers. I was like, yeah, I do. That's what it is. And you know what he said after that? You got good reason in some cases, but you can't be across, something like you can't be across the line, which is true also. And then after he said that, we were good, if I remember correctly. I was like, no, I can't stand them. I can't stand any of them. That's why I only have 50,000 subs or whatever the fuck it is. Check our subreddit, our live clip. I will be posting there and not soccer shit, I promise. And hopefully it turns on us. Like, if you're sick of all the woke jackasses in our YouTube drama, try this one, I guess. I'm not a big Reddit guy, but I'm going to follow my friends because they make more money than me. All right, this is fucking funny. This is fucking funny.
Is consent. There are long-term disabilities. There are situational disabilities. There are temporary disabilities. It counts as a disability where a video game like Elden Ring is concerned if you have a kid. You have a 2-year-old, you're trying to play Elden Ring, you can't pause. That is a situational disability that you have, where the game not having the option for you to be able to pause, for example, is a
That's fucking next level, dude.
Wait, you can't pause the game in Elden Ring?
No, you can't.
No.
Yeah, she's clearly.
Oh, I'm for her, bro.
Imagine.
What the fuck? What, these psychos?
For your particular disability is having consent.
Do you imagine having children that you love and saying something like that?
Hey, I love you and all, but you're a disability to me.
I'm effectively disabled, but don't fucking play the video game till he's in bed. And guess what? If he fucking wakes up, you gotta go there anyway. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
I hope they never put a pause button in that game. Like, how do you say? I can just see.
If you watch the video, she goes on to say something about her kid putting a fork in the outlet.
Clearly, she takes.
I'm not lying.
Apple didn't fall far from the tree.
She has to like dodge roll to get the kid. Like an Elden Ring boss.
Has to hit Y, R2, or R trigger or something. That's fucking funny. You imagine being like I don't know. I'm kind of old school. It's like, so when I knocked my first wife up, here's what my father said to me. He said, your life is going to change from now on. Nothing is on you about you for just about the rest of your life. And I was like, kind of, yeah, I'll figure it out. And then the birth happens. And then you realize, I don't know, so this happened to me anyway. Wow, I'm pretty pointless. I have only 1 point now. That's it. Get money, get money, get money, get money. It's almost like, they say there's like a hormonal change in women when they give birth. I would not be surprised if there's some like slight with them. Because I didn't look at anything the same way again. For a good month, porn started to bother me. I thought it was wrong. Because you know how I looked at it. I'm half joking, but I'm half true. Right? Because I was like, that's somebody's little everything.
Yeah.
Imagine watching it. I got over it. You know, I got over it.
Not my daughter.
There's something about, look, I love my son and everything, but there is something about little girls. There's something about little girls that you just like, when you're a dad, it's just like, oh, this is awesome. You start looking at other children, you're not as beautiful as my child. Do you know your dad felt that way about you, Jeannie? You were the best thing in the whole world?
A good question. He's very kind of quiet and soft spoken.
Yeah, but
there's a lot of, he's the one holding me, so.
Yeah. Well, she was like getting cleaned up. She gave birth. Give your mom a break, will you?
Oh, well, she had a C-section, so.
So did Laura. She had actually no, because she had a C-section. She needed extra time in there.
Yeah.
I got a C-section. Was it when she was 2008? So that's
I was
normal.
scheduled in.
Here's what happens. I'll tell you with the C-section. First of all, it's gross. Don't look.
I know.
They have a big curtain. Like if you're laying straight back, you have one over your belly, so I could see basically my wife, and everything's covered forward from the top of her nipples up. Okay, right.
Yep.
They drug her up. They take this thing that sort of looks like the thing that grabs the guy in Alien when they first land on the planet, and they hand it. Yeah. They go, "This is your baby," right? And I remember my ex-wife was so drugged up, she went, "Ah!" because they had slime and shit coming off them and stuff. Then I went, "Whoa, it's crazy!" And then they have a door and they swing it over and they put the baby in the thing, and they put the baby in there and they take all the. And then they put it next to her, right? She was out of it. Like the drug was fucking her up. I'm not trying to say bad things about my ex-wife in this. I'll say bad things about my ex-wife, but not about this, right? But my wife was just out of it. And then they gave it to me, right? And they said, sit in this room and hold your child, and we'll come in a minute and what have you. And I cried like a bitch. Good thing nobody was there. Nobody was there. But man, I can't. I don't care. Like, I'm sure your father has a different personality than me. There's something about little girls. It's just amazing when you're a dad. And because fucking, it's the same thing for moms and sons. I think just the opposite. This is the most beautiful, wonderful creature on the planet, and everything else pales in comparison. And then you got to kind of get a control of that. Some people can't control that. When you have kids, you give it to. I don't know if you guys heard of the Kid Olympics. I didn't have it too bad because everybody's kind of working class in the army when I had a kid, but I have heard this. Yes, little Bobby started walking the other day. Oh, is that right? Little Johnny walked over a month ago. Weren't they born? Wasn't Johnny born a little before your son? That's the Kid Olympics.
Yeah. Yep.
Look out for it. Identify the Olympics people and never talk to them again. Make new friends. Sometimes these Kid Olympics people can be normal up until the time they have a baby. Get the fuck out of there. My advice.
Why do you think I'm in the UK?
Yeah. No, it happens everywhere. Kid Olympics is crossword, but it wasn't bad over here. Oh, your daughter isn't talking yet? Yeah, the Kid Olympics. All right, what's Speed up to? I thought he was in Germany.
Oh yeah, this is good. This is Poland.
That's Poland.
Poland.
Stay
Yeah,
the
this
fuck
one's
outta there.
Poland. Oh.
What the fuck is that? What the fuck is that?
I don't know. He's just screaming and yelling and shit. And Jesse, there's a plethora of black creators that are just very loud. I don't know. Every time I watch Speed, I laugh. Maybe he's right. I'm very simple. A man of simple pleasures.
What is that? The fuck is that? What the fuck is that? What? I'm a knight. I'm a what? What the fuck is this? I got you, bro. What is?
Stay the fuck out of Poland.
Bet.
I just got mesmerized. I don't know if you noticed.
That nigga Smurf. He a Smurf.
Did you see the one? I think we did. Did you see the one when he went to that Eastern European dictator's fucking house or whatever the fuck he went?
Yeah, we watched it.
Albania.
That was funny.
Is this just Keem as an old man? A little gnome.
Shut up. James Charles is going viral
I mean,
for
nothing
sharing
bad
his
against him.
views on Joe Biden. Now's the time to jump off the ship, I guess, right?
Nobody should be thinking here that Joe Biden is the right person to be president. Literally during that debate, somebody from his fucking team tweeted out saying, if I get reelected, I will reinstate Roe versus Wade. Newsflash, Grandpa, you're the fucking president now.
You can't reinstate it anyway with a fucking ruling, you fucking dipshit.
There's
you had fucking 50 years to codify it, and you didn't because you don't have the votes. But that being said.
And it's gone because of you! Oh my God, what do you mean if you get reelected, you'll bring it back? Do it now! Do it now! And maybe you'll have a chance at some people fucking...
Yeah, here's the dirt. I got a dirty secret for you all. You guys that are angry about that. Okay. Simple solution would be make a national law saying the states cannot refuse an abortion. You don't have the votes. That's the truth. That's the truth. That's why I never got codified. That's why they went to the courts with Roe v. Wade to begin with. It was just bound to be. I'm surprised it took as long as it did to get overturned. You don't have the votes. There are people in this country that believe in abortion that think like fucking up to 9 months is fucking murder. And you have different levels of, like, there's a whole spectrum of people that are for and against it. And the people that are for it have different fucking levels. And you're never going to get them all to agree. So all those rulings to the states, or all those rulings that are not part of the Constitution, then fall in the states. There you go. Whether you believe it or not, that's the case. So he can't snap his fucking fingers and do it. You have to make legislation. You don't have the votes.
Yeah,
you're never going to go
not
into
a king.
You're not going to get. He's not a king. I've been hearing that a lot lately. You need Georgia, Kentucky, Arizona. You want a constitutional amendment? Okay, then you got to get like 1/3 or 2/3 of all state legislature. Do it now. You can't do anything. Hopefully. I mean,
one thing they don't talk about is a lot of black people are not pro-abortion.
Here's the thing. They want you to believe that an anti-abortion stance is super fucking fringe. It's not. It's common.
Nah.
It's fucking common. I've even met liberals who are against it. They're like, I'm not against like Roe v. Wade. I don't want to overturn, but personally, I would never fucking do it. You know, I've met people like that. It's not across the board. They want to make the idea super fucking fringe. And here's the thing. There are, like, if you go down south in the Midwest, it is unmotherfucking acceptable. And they elect people that are going to do everything to keep a law like that out. The thing is, that's why they went the route they did. I guess in 1972, the judges looked at the whole thing and were like, I guess this is what the fucking founders wanted. They wanted women to kill their own babies, us religious men. And they made a bunch of bullshit. And for them, it stood till, what was it, last year? It would have been codified by now. They don't have the votes.
Yeah.
That's what it is. And I'm not surprised that James Charles doesn't fucking know anything's going on, but whatever. I just want to check this very quick. I want to watch. This is more of like I like ant farms. You like ant farms?
It's like
Sure.
Actually, authentically feel real, read energy and vibrations, and yeah, there you go. It's a bit more accurate. But I'll leave it up to intuition and let y'all speculate, or even just like accidentally discover what the truth is in your own way. Ah, yes, there's the village. Stepping down.
That's enough.
Have you heard of the new Minecraft mod though, Tommy? It allows you to actually fuck your mom.
Awesome.
So
awesome. I'll be checking out a Futuristic Hub's next video on it. Awesome.
Oh wait.
Let's see here.
I just want to project my.
By the way, this guy used to be. He was a shot from the point meme machine forever. I always got a kick out of Gross Score. I don't know how much of this I can take. I hate the United Kingdom. I want to leave this country and live in the EU. I'm so fed up with this country. That's not much better over here.
I just want to project my feelings out on the internet about how I feel about living in the United Kingdom. I was born here. I'm 32 years old, and I just wanted someone to know how I feel about the current state of the UK. It sucks. I hate it here. I haven't enjoyed living in the UK since the 90s. That's God's honest truth. Nothing.
How old was he then? 12?
Yeah.
in this country works, okay?
I'm sure it was great when somebody took care of you.
And everything is extremely expensive.
That's true. That's because of the people you vote for.
Tesco's is so expensive now. It really is. And then
Well, maybe you shouldn't have stayed in for fucking 2 years. 1 year, or really fucking a year and a half too much for COVID. There you go.
maybe alternatives like Lidl or Aldi, but everything.
They suck in there. Everything. I go to Lidl and Aldi.
Think is just expensive.
Yeah, I have. And by the way, Germany's no better. I live in the best country in the EU. It's not much better.
Getting some chicken breast.
Stop voting for these wackos that do not respect capitalism. They have no respect for it whatsoever. Or in fact, they hate it.
Chicken is like £6 for like 4 slices. What is going on? Everything is heavily taxed.
How much you want to bet he was like a lefty a month ago? Yeah, it is.
Probably was.
You need to go to Texas, sir. Not fucking
heavily taxed. Heavily. It's so stupid how expensive this country is because all our VAT is included on everything. On petrol.
Fucking Obama wanted to do that.
On food. On clothes. On chairs.
We don't have gasoline tax in the States, you know that? I don't think, but in New Jersey we don't. I think that's it. No, we don't. No, there's no tax.
Anything we buy, it's taxed.
I could be wrong about it.
The VAT is included, so everything's really expensive. Not only that, the price of rent is going up every year. Our rent goes up every year. I'm 32 years old, and I still don't have a mortgage.
You're never going to. And if you don't do it in the next 10 years, it's going to be in the place that I am. You're too old to get it. That's the problem me and her have it now. They're like, can you pay this before you die? It's not that you don't have the money. It's will you die before it's out? Yeah, well, vote for socialists, give them socialism. I don't know what the fuck you want. Or just half-ass, whatever they are. They fucking promise they can give you something for nothing, and then you vote for it, and then you get nothing.
And it's like, I'm constantly paying fees, and I'm paying off things, and it's really frustrating. I haven't been on holiday in years. In 3 years, I haven't been on holiday. I haven't got...
I bet he spends a shit ton of money, because I know he makes more than me.
Yeah.
I know he spends a lot more than me.
That he's not gone on a holiday.
Shit. I always buy fucking, or when I was doing my arcade thing, it was one every couple fucking months when
anything to my name that like is new. I haven't bought myself
these arcades when they were cheap.
New PC in 7 years. I haven't.
He's got the same PC? That I don't believe. So he must spend like a maniac. And I've seen him. He goes out, and I'm not saying anything here is not untrue, but something tells me. I've seen him like with his videos, and he dresses and the way he goes. He lives big. He lives big. I don't know how big he is anymore, though.
You have like nice cars and shit,
yes.
Right?
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't even have a car.
You know
what? I have a bus ticket and an Uber.
I upgraded my iPhone, which is over £100 a month, and it's just so stupid.
It is insane. That used to be. Remember that when that was real?
The only thing I've got that I've had new in years. Living in the UK sucks. The NHS are free healthcare. It sucks.
I bet it does.
If you went to go get a doctor's appointment.
What they say, if you're still a liberal after 30, like if you're not a liberal at 20, you have no heart. If you're still one after 30, you have no brain. 32.
They'll tell you that you have to call back later or try in a month's time to try and get a dentist.
That's not true. That's not true. Don't say that about the NAS. It's not true. It's not true. I guess he's lying. He's a propagandist.
This appointment is near enough impossible, and you wait for months, and the treatment that you get.
The best part is because he's been canceled because of some of the fucking, I guess, the way he's treated women in the past. So he can get away with saying this. It's not going to really sink him.
Is crap. If you are on the NHS, going for the NHS, the treatment you're going to receive is crap. The advice you're going to receive is crap. The only way to get good care.
Fucking, I don't. Like, does ever? We haven't talked about shot fight. Do you know why? What's his face?
Do you have a clip of that?
Fucking Will Optimus. Do you know what happened to him?
It's his testicle, like.
Yeah, he twisted his fucking twisted a knot, right? And they were talking about they were literally talking about taking his testicles off. One of them, right?
Yeah.
And because he twisted him somehow. I don't know. Fuck, he did that. Maybe he's playing with his nuts all the time. I don't fucking know. Everybody I know in the States that had that, they go to their fucking insurance, and that shit gets taken care of within a week or two. It did not get taken care of. He didn't come in here because he used to go home from work because he had to wait to be seen, right? Mm-hmm. Now, they did decide eventually that they weren't going to operation. I guess it untwisted itself or something. He's twisting his nuts. He was in so much fucking agony, he just went right to bed. That's a big reason. He went back to work, he twisted his nuts, and then when he came home, he didn't watch soccer with us forever. Like 6 months. Right, Jeannie?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was gone for like 6 months.
It was like, it was crazy.
Now, he didn't say, I don't know, it's not like him to bitch, but I'm pretty sure because, I mean, if something like that happened, put me in that kind of agony, and I had insurance through my company back home, it's not going to take that fucking long. They're going to decide to operate or not operate or give me fucking pain pills. He doesn't get any of that shit. So everything, there's no such thing as free anything. Nothing is free. There's a yin and a yang to everything, sir. So it's just funny that he's figuring
care for your teeth or your health is if you pay privately out of your own pocket. It sucks. The NHS has...
You shouldn't have to do that. It's free.
Failed. Everything, the price of everything is expensive. Taxes are insane. Energy costs... water bill. I mean, you got.
Oh, labor. I don't know. It's true. So this. I was interested in selling Subaru instead. Start for a mortgage move. No, he answered first. No, I want to get my savings of my own, but thank you. Let's see what they're yelling at him. Vote for breakfast. Make Snapchat videos begging your fans to vote for breakfast. Reason, no prices up to fucking reason. The whole fucking European mainland's got the same fucking problem. Oh, my country rocks, man. I was sold fake promises, and that's what they're doing now. They're telling them it's all big. You don't have anything because of Brexit. Sure. And commies, you don't have anything because of America. That's what they used to tell the Russians, South Korean, or the North Koreans. Didn't you vote for Brexit? Yeah, here we go. I got a better reason not to vote for Brexit, even if it does have does economic damage. All this shit's going on over here. I don't know what the fuck they're talking about. That's one of the reasons we're trying to buy what we can, because it's just getting ridiculous. We're just throwing money away around. This has nothing to do with Brexit. This has to do with huge entitlements and a lot of it COVID and the inflation that came along with COVID. Logan Paul suing CoffeeZilla. Obviously, I couldn't talk to him about. I couldn't talk to him about like details of the shit, but I am going to tell you this. I was concerned for him. This would freak me the fuck out. They I don't know. DM King sent me a thing. They're suing him like 3 different states at the same time, right? Clearly, clearly, but I don't want to make a definitive statement. They're definitely trying. I think they're just trying to wear him out. Strangely enough, our friend CoffeeZilla. Hey, by the way, did you know he had like his stuff together? Like he had a real cool lighting situation when I talked to him on Discord. It was like, wow, he's He's like awesome offline. That's amazing. He had like crazy lighting going on, all like the cool shit that he has in his videos. I think they're just trying to wear him out, get him to tap out. I talked to CoffeeZilla. He obviously couldn't tell me anything and didn't. But he seemed okay. Confident. Here you go. Do I want to do this? Everybody's seen that. I just read what he said. Everybody's seen this fucking 1,000 times already. I've never been a fan of Donald Trump. He's absolutely destroying Biden in this debate. I totally destroyed Tommy in an arm wrestling match last night. I was like, you should saw me. I got him up here. I was like, BOW! Bitch! Trump is being surprisingly generous here. This is an embarrassment. Yeah, they probably told Trump not to be too much of a bad. Don't call him a retard, please. We're going to win this thing. Actually, he probably could have got away with calling him a retard the way things are going.
There were times I was surprised he didn't.
Let's watch it anyway.
When he left office. And I'm going to continue to move until we get the total ban on the total initiative.
Chris Matthews said this was planned because he knew that there was a split screen. And he was trying to damage, but I shit you not. It's all over you'll check some YouTube, so check Bill Maher's show, that this was strategic and evil. The
total initiative.
Just that. I swear to God,
relative
not exactly.
To what we're going to do with more border patrol and more asylum officers.
President Trump?
I really don't know what he said at the end of that sentence. I don't think he knows what he said either. Look,
people come.
Funny, he didn't need a crowd, and he still was Trump. I always thought you need the people cheering you on a little bit, because I need somebody in here to kind of keep me going. Not old Donald. He's a bad person online. Gamer flew to Florida to ambush a man over a video game argument. And he jumped in his house overnight. A 20-year-old gamer from New Jersey.
Oh no!
Look at this guy. Oh my God, this couldn't have been easy growing up. His name's like Kang. He sounds like a Mortal Kombat character.
Edward Kang.
Liu Kang.
Liu Kang wins.
Fatality.
Can you imagine going all the way to Newark Airport, waiting, going through TSA, sitting down in a fucking plane, and at no time going through all that, when the plane takes off, he's like, maybe this is a really bad fucking idea. He goes and buys a hammer at a local mart, climbed in the guy's room, started hitting him with the hammer, and his dad came in, I guess, broke the whole fucking thing up. The guy's dad he was attacking. He's a bad person online. What's with Asian people when hitting people with hammers and shit? Wasn't that one guy killed everybody at Virginia Tech, like into Old Man or something like that? Or that South Korean movie? All right, is this real? I guess this has been kind of proven, right? Dr. Disrespect blocks. All right, this person is saying June 10th, that's around the time he went nuts. How are you? Photo shoot tomorrow. Nervous. Well. Good luck. I'm going to try to get some sexy cosplay images. Then I can punish you. Oh, yeah? How so? Don't know. Then I have to get a good strategy. Wish I was straight. Still waiting. So this is a transsexual, correct?
Yes.
Yeah. Transsexual sex worker.
Here's the thing. I don't know. Let me explain this. If she's blocked, doesn't that block you from looking at the DMs? No, you keep the DMs, correct? Once you're blocked? How does that work?
I don't know because I've never been blocked.
I'm being skeptical here. Clearly,
Yeah. No, there's
I'll try and DM Dark Viper. Let's see.
That's funny. Dr. Disrespect was fucking wild, man. I had to watch One More Pine. I tried to snap you. You didn't delete your account. Yes. Okay, feels bad. It's in May. It's just before this. I'll try to vid chat you soon. Headed to the gym. I mean, I'm gripping now. Boom. Oh my God. I guess I can kind of believe this, right?
It's so fucking cringe.
What do you think? Like,
ugh. That's what I think.
All right. This is Brad Does Banter. This is for the old school heads. All right. Okay. Brad Does Banter. I fucking ruined him because he was a fucking bitch little teenager that liked to talk tough. And then we just like he was mentioned on the Crutch 2033, one of my older podcasts with Clown, and he had an absolute fucking meltdown, and I pulled down his pants and fucked him on Twitter. He doesn't know this. That's back in 2017. I'm a fan of his content. I've been a fan for years. And because he kind of grew up. And one of the things I like about Brad is he stayed true to his Eddie self. He does a lot of stuff. He's made it kind of fucking work. Doesn't power. He's only got 2,000 views, but he's got a Patreon. He makes it work, and he stays true to him fucking self. And I admire that. I'm not even joking. He's in his mid-20s now, and he's really fucking funny. Here's Brad does banter.
This isn't the type of video I'd usually make, but I think given
it's called My Experience with I Am Alex.
This isn't the type of video I'd usually make, but I think given recent circumstances, it's important to share my story. In August of 2019, I Am Alex approached me in a nightclub and kissed me on the cheek without consent. He proceeded to coerce me into the toilets, and he touched me here and here. He followed all of this by looking me deep into the eyes and calling me a racial slur. I did a DNA test recently and discovered that I am in fact 0.7% African. I believe that I Am Alex knew this because of his connections as an internet celebrity, and therefore because of his own prejudice, he decided to insult me on that basis. Well, I think he called me a racial slur at least. I can't be too sure though, because Alex is quite hard to understand. I don't know if you've noticed. But it seems as though at some point in Alex's life...
Not so easy either.
He's actually decided to take honey directly from the source.
I think this is a Manchurian accent. I think, is that right, Jeannie?
Yeah, it's a little bit
accent,
like
right?
the drawl is a bit.
That's
yeah.
Manchester, I think.
Stick his tongue right into a bee's hive. The opening of this video was of
girls.
Well, what's that?
Well, I don't know really any dudes from Manchester yet, but I know of a bunch of girls who are from my classes, and they do have that bit of a
sort of drawl.
Yeah,
I think it's Manchester.
Of course, a joke. I just wanted to get you cancel culture girlies all in here. Do you know what I mean? 'Cause you love it, don't you? Come on, you love it. You love the allegation. I don't love it. I'm just supporting victims. You love it. You're on Twitter. You love it. You get the buzz off it. You can do both. You support victims, but you do. You get the buzz off it. Don't tell me you don't. So I just thought I'd lure you in, get the views up. And listen, you can't be mad at me. Because you are like an Atlas moth to a hallway light when it comes to allegations. Don't worry though, I've not completely tricked you. You see, I actually knew I Am Alex personally, right? So although he might not have tried to have his way with my petite body, as such, he winked at me a few times. But, he didn't specifically try and shove it in. With that said, I've still got a bit of tea for you, right? Mr. Moral Grandstander himself, the crusader of YouTube abusers, outed for telling his missus he's going to smack her in the head with a brick. You just can't make it up, can you? I do have to tell you a little industry secret here as well. It's actually common knowledge amongst YouTubers that if any of us ever decide to get a little bit touchy-feely with the hands, you know what I'm saying, don't you, YouTubers? Sometimes the hands come out. It's just part of being a YouTuber, yeah, you know what I mean? The hands come out. One of us is at a meet and greet, for example. We see a pretty woman. We lose composure. Right, we go, hey, come here, let Mr. YouTuber see what's getting said. Well, we always knew that if we ever did that, it was 5 foot 2 inches off the ground, 7 stone wet through Eugene Cooney type build, I'm sausage, who we'd have on our backs. You knew not to commit any crimes against women.
I suggest this. I think Brad's really good and funny, and he's never. He went to some controversy. Say the N-word, and they asked him, like, are you going to apologize for it? And he said, no, because the context I used it was not racist. Deal with it. This is a couple years back. He was already losing, so it was like the peak of the whole commentary stuff he was doing was over, and he just stuck by it. And I think through Patreon and doing his bits, he's kept a hardcore audience, and I fucking salute him. And I do too. I think he's really funny. And he's actually really true to himself and isn't bad at anybody. And I remember the whole somebody called him a bigot. He still does racial jokes and stuff, and they're not like fucking hateful or anything like that. I wouldn't even like that. But when these people kind of twist him into something they're not, he says no, that's not what it is. The context matters, and he sticks by it. He has a smaller audience, but he gets to do what he wants to do, and he doesn't go fucking crazy. Do you hear what he said before? You love the allegations. I know you say you don't, but yeah, exactly. I can connect with this. So Brad does banter. I've been subscribed. I don't know how long I've been subscribed for. I think since we got our little scrap a couple years ago, which you deserved. And also, I do wonder if he kind of got out of the main because he was good at dishing it out but not taking it. But he's in his 20s now. But I think he's really funny, and I highly recommend him. I don't know, what am I looking at? Does anybody know who Uwe Boll is? Put one in the chat. Do you know who Uwe Boll is, Matt?
Yes, I do know who Uwe Boll is.
Uwe Boll?
He's like the Ed Wood of our generation. He's a terrible filmmaker who makes horrible movies, but they're so horrible they're fun to watch sometimes.
Yeah.
Some of them are really bad.
Yeah, and he's like makes a lot of them too. Or used to in the 90s. Can you give
He made
some classics that he's made?
Well, he made one movie about this mass shooter.
Yes,
that just goes around. He just goes around killing people, and that's the movie. Like there's no like good guy, bad guy. Like this guy just goes around and kills people.
I think it was called. That's actually his best work.
I think it was. Yeah. I had a girlfriend that was really loved that movie, and I started thinking, she might have some issues. House of the Dead was another one. He made a lot of video game. He was like the reason why no one wanted movies adapted from video games because he did such a horrible job with like House of the Dead. I think he did one Blood Rain or something. Yeah. Movies like that.
I have good news.
What?
He's back. I saw this guy in a can of Dr. Pepper. I wondered why a high school shop teacher was on my soda, so it makes sense now. He likes little children, though. I bet Dr. Pepper is really pissed off right now. He is a tough businessman. Whatever Uwe Boll isn't, or he is, he's a funny guy, right?
Yeah.
And he's old school German, like old school, like, you know, the ones that went out and didn't have a bunch of fucking video games and shit. He like does shit. And I want to say it was like around the mid 90s. Like he starts getting shit on. This is before social media and stuff like that. You know, like all these guys were saying with shit. It was kind of fun to shit on him. So he's like, I would box you, right? But he kind of lied, and you could see, and he had a background in it because he's an old school German, and we're gonna watch him kick some fucking ass.
Yeah, so these were like all the internet journalists from
back in the Dizzy
stuff.
Dizzy. I just wanted to watch this, and you can see his form that he's clearly done this before, and he's got his fun. This is great stuff.
So I've wrote like, okay, if you come up here and you fight me, then I will kick the shit out of you.
He wasn't kidding.
And actually, we have 5 contenders. So one guy was in Spain already, and then today I have 4 more fights. So they have a good advantage here, yeah, 4 against 1.
Yeah, he makes bad movies. He must be a terrible fighter.
All the hecklers, all the critics, all the geeks are wannabe filmmakers, and as soon as they do something on their own, it sucks.
He's one of the not wrong.
Most prolific filmmakers.
That is, that is true.
He's not wrong. He's just not a good filmmaker himself.
Yeah.
You know.
He's shit, but he's prolific.
Blue Morgue magazine. God damn, I haven't heard that name in a long.
There's another one. Some other ones are interesting as well. These guys are like my age, you know.
Yeah.
Never before.
So 2006, so I was just about 30. So they're younger than me, even. Okay.
Never been in a ring.
Ain't it cool news?
Remember that one? Yeah. That was good.
I did not come to kick ass. I came here for the free trip to Vancouver.
The nice pussy in Vancouver. No offense, Gina, but.
Yeah. Something awful.
What do you think about
Something awful? Oh God, look at that. Yeah.
Most of his movies suck.
Hey, by the way, nothing these critics are saying is off base here. They're awful movies.
That guy was 17. Yeah, that guy was 17.
Good, I'm glad he got his ass whipped. We couldn't get away with that now. We probably could get no. Like fucking Tyson fought at 17. He probably got a boxing license. Okay.
Destroyer, the Teutonic Terror.
Can we not call him Dr. Bull? Because that makes him sound too professional, and I really take offense to that. No, I haven't seen any of his movies, but I heard that they're they're not good.
The characters are poorly written. He has no eye for detail.
He's got an eye.
Like I said, I haven't really seen a full movie, but I don't really think that I need to have even seen a full movie to judge it.
You should have found out he was a boxer.
House of the Dead, Blood Rain, and Alone in the Dark.
That's a 17-year-old.
Well, his movies are bad. They're terrible. They're awful. They're hypnotically bad. But they're so bad on such a gigantic, huge operatic scale.
He has kind of, although he's in shape, he's not in bad shape. He has kind of a dad bod, and he kicked their ass. You know what I mean? It was just kind of cool.
I remember hearing.
What's that?
I remember hearing that there was one guy that had like boxing experience that wanted to fight him.
Oh, and then he backed off. I remember that.
Yeah, he
too.
backed off. Yeah,
he tried, but he wanted Sean Baby. If there's one you can remember back in the Dizzy.
Yeah.
You know, Sledge with the Slash Dot days. Remember that?
Yeah.
You know,
yeah.
He wanted Sean Baby. Sean Baby got word that he was a fucking boxer, but there was another guy, and he didn't go for it. But he's only like he's not much, he's younger than me here. Strangely enough, he's one of those guys that looks old. I think so. He was born in was 65.
65.
So in 2006, how old is he? So he's 39.
41. He's 41.
He's 41 here. Yeah, so he's
40.
younger than me.
Streets the critics.
He's one of those guys that looks older than he is now.
The lesson.
Absolutely. That's what happens. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, this movie still sucked though. I don't care how many guys get this shit out, but it was funny to watch him. I would kick their ass because he's an old school. And it's I don't know about you. I live over here, so I can't take people like that seriously. If you come near me, I will have to beat you up, Mr. Tommy. I'll fuck you up. But you know, you can't judge a book by its dorky way of talking. You know. Cancel pigs are getting out of hand.
All right, don't pause watching this. It's just you got to watch the whole thing.
Okay, Melanie Mac.
Yeah.
Okay, so I have to put this out there.
I'm gonna pause. Hang on. Hold on, let's do it. I'm just gonna make sure everybody hears.
Okay, so I have to put this out there because the cancel pigs are after me. They have been looking for something to hold against me and to make people cancel me, and they finally found something, so I have to at least add context so people know what's going on. So yes, I did say the N-word. They scoured through all of my social media platforms and finally found where I've said the N-word. But this is the thing. Is somebody took the time out of their day to search and scour and look and look and look for and finally find something from 11 whole entire hours ago. 11 hours ago. I said the N-word. That's clearly from the past.
Did you zone out? Did you fucking zone out while watching it?
Totally. I was hoping her boobies were bigger. I mean, I started fantasizing about it, and they're not. They're not that big. I totally zoned out. I didn't think it was that fun. Sorry. I think I'm done. I'm doing 2 hours here. Let's put Hell. Let's do some calls now. Hellbat, you're on the air. What do you got? Don't overwhelm me. I'm zoning out. Hellbat.
Sorry. Just turning off the stream. I don't know what's more disappointing. Tell me that you said Manchurian instead of Mancunian, or that the British-based woman did not correct you.
Mancunian? I thought it was Manchurian.
I'm originally from the. It's
She's
Mancunian
American. She's
for
like
like
me. She's American.
something.
Manchurian is in like northeast China.
Oh, that's right. The Manchurian. The Manchurian candidate. Yeah. You're right. I thought it was Manchurian.
Well,
I don't know. I'm not European. I don't know everything. I don't sit to know anything. I don't even know what fascists mean.
Exactly. Well, we're gonna
Go ahead.
we'll get to that. So, I've got kind of 2 questions for you.
You can't go into your own show though. You got it. It's like 1 or 2. You know what I mean?
I have 2.
Okay, good.
I have 2 questions. So the first one is about Slasher specifically.
Sure.
So I don't disagree with you. I think he's a little bitch retard. He's selfish, cloud hungry, all of that.
Sure.
I am confused though why you so you called him corrupt, and then you also said that he probably takes orders from Twitch. So
Probably,
I'm
Might
confused
guess.
as to why you think that. But like, why do you think that?
Why do you think that? Because it's just the way he stops his reporting. I think that's like somebody stopped him from doing what he's doing. So he's either not doing it the right way, right, and then getting jumpy, sort of like what he did with the Dr. Disrespect, getting arrested and then having regret, or somebody told him. And it just like he's talking about, look, Rolling Stone take me. And I don't believe it's just simply taking them behind a wall and say, this is how not to get sued. I think that journalists get together on a regular basis and craft narratives. And in this case, he helps the company craft the narrative. And I don't think he's above that. That's my guess.
They've got regular meetings like the Jews.
Yes, he is Jewish. Don't say that. I don't want to be a fucking anti-Semite. You know,
I've got Jewish heritage. I've got the card. Don't worry. I've got.
Oh, yeah, that's right. You're Russian, Joe, right?
Yeah. I'm not passing the optics check this year.
Yeah, don't tell anybody. Don't tell anybody.
But I support free Palestine because as a Jew, I love free stuff. So to be honest, like I don't really care about I don't really care about your opinion about Slasher specifically. But
well, what do you like about it? You can argue with me. I don't care.
All right, cool. I guess what I want to say is I think you're
too speculative.
Too conspiracy theory, yes.
That's
conspiracy less so about Slasher specifically. I mean, the journalist meetings, I think, pretty wild, but more so the kind of the narrative about like the Twitch thing. So I think the more it's definitely a bit of a mystery of why they settled the lawsuit with Dr. Disrespect, and we can only guess on that. But I think it's Occam's razor, right? Like, what's the easier explanation is that the messages.
The easiest explanation, I'll tell you this right now, is always money, saving money. So I mean, you go that route. Money,
yes,
like that's with the company. It's money.
So
how do we save money?
Why would Twitch as an organization then tell? So they told
they either thought they were going to save money in trouble, or trouble. Trouble equals less money. They either thought it and incorrectly, okay, or they knew it. They're going to do everything to protect the brand. The brand, Twitch is a brand, so it's money. And I don't think it's just completely out of the realm, considering the character that we know, that Twitch says, don't report, just shut the fuck up. It doesn't seem that out there to me.
I think the easiest explanation is that Slasher does not have any sort of pull or super close contacts at Twitch, and nobody was willing to go on the record for him and risk their ass, and he couldn't figure out a way to.
Or somebody went on the record. Okay, I think that's fair criticism. Or somebody.
I think he's just a nobody, really.
Or I don't. That's not true. That I know it's not true. I can't go into that. Why I know that, but no. Or how about this? How about this?
He does not have.
Let me talk, you wacko. Let's go back. I even said you're right. Like, that's a fair criticism. Or he got the initial Dr. Disrespect bump from somebody that wasn't very high up in the company. And it's just, the source itself was weak. That I could concede on that for sure. And then heard that this is going to fucking backfire. So yeah, I could, yeah, sure. I don't disagree with you at all. But as far as a nobody, no.
Yeah, I think.
I mean, you see him hanging around Richard Lewis. Richard Lewis he's literally the only respected guy, or the only respectable person in that business. I think he's retired now, but he's in with him. He does tons of podcasts with him. Richard Lewis is the only one I respect in that whole thing, and I don't respect gaming journalists. I respect Richard Lewis as a commentator on everything. So no, I don't think that's the case. And you got to remember, here's another thing too. Here's something I know about Slasher that you don't know about Slasher. Slasher goes all the way back to the beginning of online. I mean, this is a guy that knew Fatality and probably competed against him. He might be 40 years old now. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm not 40 years old.
Slasher's not a kid. Slasher is not a kid. He goes all the way back to the good old days when he looked like fucking Slash from Guns N' Roses.
Oh.
So he's like DJ Wheat, Richard Lewis. He knows fucking Jake Lucky. I mean, look how they were able to cover up his Quid Pro Quo. The entire community came together to fucking stick up for him, except for fucking Richard Lewis. So no, he's connected. He's certainly connected. But you're right in the sense where he might not be. I might be wrong. All right, I'll concede on that. And then he went ahead with something that he heard from either a not a very good source or somebody that couldn't confirm it. That it's heard from a friend, from a friend, from a friend. Yes. In other words, remember he was running around saying, Cody, he's a second or third hand source. Maybe he's a second or third or fourth hand source. I could believe that. Sure. Yeah. I don't think that's unreasonable. I don't think and another thing though, but I don't think my theory is that he knew somebody high up there is any more conspiratorial than what you think. I don't believe that. I mean, maybe you can show me why I'm wrong.
By the way, I just think the conspiratorial aspect of it is, well, that it's Twitch telling him to kill the star. I think it's more likely that he just didn't figure out a way to go public.
But is it that out of the realm of possibility if you want to fucking get shit from us again? I mean, it doesn't seem. I'm not talking about grassy. I'm not talking about grassy knolls here. I'm not saying Jews run all the banks. I'm not saying.
Oh no, we do.
Yeah. You know, I'm not saying any of that stuff. That's what I consider conspiratorial. Not. I think this guy doesn't have the gumption to stick by his own principles, which we clearly saw. I mean, he's. Like, we know that. We know has no principles. I think I properly proved. So maybe he did that. I don't think it's completely out of the realm of possibility. I don't think that's that conspiratorial. I don't think he deserves the benefit of the doubt. I think somebody like Richard Lewis deserves that benefit. I don't think he does. He's proved it. He's proved that he's willing to do fucking wacky shit. He's proved that he talks out both sides of his mouth. He proved when he's got a bunch of fucking people in Hassan that he's going to feed that thing. You know what Nick says? Nick says he's just a cloud goblin. So maybe you're right.
No, I agree.
But he doesn't he has the character. I have established this, whether I'm right or wrong. There is no doubt about this. And this is why I don't think it's conspiracy authority. I have established that his character would do something like that. I don't think anybody could argue with me on that.
I agree with you. I think he's a piece of shit. I think he's looking out for the number one. Like, I don't necessarily, like, I wouldn't blame him for not coming out about it to be safe, like with his own ass and like not be getting exposed. However, the fact that he posted that initial tweet like years ago, and then that he couldn't help himself but start running his mouth.
Then he cut himself off. Then he expressed regret, and 4 years later he said he got arrested on his son. I'm looking at this doc. Literally did nothing wrong. I'll let you watch my zero. What was the other?
He sucks. Yeah, by the way, I wasn't trying to talk over you. I was just trying to get the point out quickly because Verts complained that I yap for half an hour, which is true, but it's still hurtful.
I do like you help. And I'm gonna let you know when we put the little news thing together. Probably when I come back from vacation, you're on it.
Oh, sweet! I am gonna talk though.
Yeah. Well, that's the place where I need it. That's the place where I need you talking. We're putting the thing together. We're a few people that have gotten in touch with me and stuff like that are being contacted. You're gonna be told what the rules are, and then we're gonna try to put something together for reals. And you're on it. Obviously, Jeannie's on it. You have to be able to work with her. Don't be one of those fucking women that fight with other women. This is the first time I know. You better not be one of them. Team. I am very team oriented.
I fight with everyone equally.
That's okay, but within
Let's go.
Well, I mean, hold on. Like, let's see if you still want me around after my next question, I guess.
Go ahead.
So, because I watched your coverage of the Dr. Disrespect Twitter discourse and then your conversation with Queeman on Chad's stream. So I'm not going to ask you for definitions, and I'm not even going to say
because I'm not insecure. I know the definition.
However, I will admit, I got pretty confused as to what you meant by fascism and culture war in the Dr. Disrespect context. I couldn't quite
in the
figure
Dr.
out
Disrespect, I said it like 5 times clearly, and he never addressed it once. And then the only time he did he did address it once. He says because as a parent, I believe it is fascist. It's fascist-like behavior to demand condemnation before all the evidence is in. I think that's it. That's a scarlet letter. That's like, and I saw people like Vito doing it. We saw all sorts of people doing it. And I don't think I think it's just a bunch of fucking people that used to be taken seriously or thought they were taken seriously, and they're adjusting to the fact that nobody really believes them anymore. So that, you're a pedophile if you fucking want to see evidence. It's ridiculous. I mean, you saw people even saying like, "Oh, my evidence," like it's not done, And then we saw Slasher when that Bloomberg article went out with 3 anonymous sources say, yell at Nick DiOrio and say, "Okay, why don't you believe this is a highly regarded magazine?" Not that they have the proof; it's just highly regarded, so the sources have to be trusted. Yeah, I think it's kind of fascist.
Right. So like you covered the what's his face, Brad, and the photo with Ethan Klein and all that today, and the response he was getting where he cucked out and then it still wasn't enough, etc. So those people, right, like that far left, I would say, I understand that description of fascist as pertaining to that kind of crowd, who have very strong opinion. They jump on bandwagons.
But how is demanding throw somebody on the bus before they know everything any different? They're demanding they throw them under the bus and separate from them because they're a known evil. They're a known evil. Like, what's the difference if, like, look, I don't believe this until I see all the facts, and like, you're a bad person if you want to see all the facts.
I don't know. I don't know if Vito was making that point, to be honest. I think in this situation, I think firstly we might want to kind of consider that we might be a bit too YouTube drama brained, because like we're used to the twit longers and the evidence and DMs dropping, and this might be a situation where that's not necessarily going to happen.
If it wasn't from Twitch, I would agree with you. If it wasn't from people that are so oriented in that political mindset, that woke mindset, for lack of a better word. What does woke mean? I would agree with you. If it's somebody that had a record of getting it right over and over, if it was Fazio Romano, right, Jeannie? I'd believe it. That's for football fans.
My point really is that
I don't think they deserve. I don't think Slasher deserves the benefit of the doubt. I don't believe that Anissa Joma deserves the benefit of the doubt. I don't think Vito deserves the benefit of the doubt. I don't think they have any right to say, "Hey, listen, I want to see all the facts come out," and to be shamed. I think that's fucking creepy. At very least, it's authoritarian-like. You should. And what did that guy say to me? What did he say to me? He said it was. He said it's okay to do that when it's apparent. It wasn't apparent. The source sucked.
Here's where I disagree.
The source was Twitch. They're not respectable things. It's a fucking video game streaming company, for fuck's sake. It's not the New York Times.
Here's where I disagree. And by the way, I don't disagree with you that it's obviously it's okay to say I need more evidence to condemn him.
Sure.
And
you weren't
I'm not gonna say that it was apparent he's guilty.
Before you go on, I'm not going to shame anybody on the other side before they have evidence. It's like, look, because I do this too, right? That's enough for me. I'm not shaming them either, but they had no problem. But it's like Nick Diorio says, when you follow the conservative guys, they never say shit, right? You follow the lefties, they're in your shit like a fucking goddamn Karen soccer mom, pain in the ass. They're in your shit immediately. So yeah, I don't give them the benefit of the doubt.
Okay, but so here's basically my issue with characterizing it as, like authoritarian, fascist, whatever, or because like that kind of stuff, that's more like a principle, it's a pattern of behavior. What in my mind, what this response is that certain people, looked at whatever information was available and they decided, okay, that's enough for me to say
that's
that.
Fine. I just conceded that's
for you. It's not enough, and then they
went around Twitter shaming everybody else that didn't feel the same way they did.
Did Vito do that?
Yes.
What exactly?
To me. So did Max. So did Mr. Girl, and I saw them doing it to other people. Yes. I like Vito. By the way, my opinion of Vito hasn't changed. I know he's like this.
But did either of them say you're a pedo if you don't?
Oh no. But you're defending a child fucking a guy who talks to children are you it was like, if you don't buy this, you're defending somebody who.
Did he say that?
Not verbatim, but he suggested it.
Yeah, so I essentially, because Vito, right?
I like him, and I also think he's a left-wing kook. But I mean,
Yeah, so why not give at least him the benefit of the doubt?
He doesn't know shit. He doesn't know. He was jumping on the bandwagon with everybody else, and I also know he's a team sports guy, so I don't trust him for that reason.
Okay, so a bit of a wider point, because you also mentioned something.
I probably would have trusted you more.
Oh, is this revenge? Well, you definitely should. But you said is this revenge for Keffels? And I was very confused. Like, what does Keffels have to do with it?
Keffels has nothing to do with it. It was just an idea. It seemed to be at the time. Like, if you're going to tell me this thing wasn't political and didn't fall down, if you wanted to see more evidence, you tended to be on the right. If you didn't, you tend to be on the left. Can we agree on that going forward before I answer the question? Can we agree on that?
Can you repeat?
This fell on culture war lines. Okay. Can we agree before I answer that question that the people that wanted to see more evidence, which everyone fell on the right?
My question to you, just I want to agree. Just want to clarify that I am still kind of confused as why you calling this a culture war.
I believe I believe that it fell on culture war lines because this was the latest stick that they got in the culture war. I believe that. Yeah.
I'm not disagreeing with you. I just don't quite understand.
I mean, everybody's trying to get their sort of W for their team. That's what I mean. I don't think that's.
But what are the teams here? Maybe I just don't know enough about
the left and the right side of the culture war.
Okay.
That's why I wanted you to agree. Can we agree on the fact? Can we agree on the fact that the people that tend to be on the right side of the culture were the German types? That would be the farthest example if you want to go wings wise. Tended to want to see more evidence, and the people that didn't tended to be on the left side. Can we agree on that?
I would say in general, yes. However,
I'm speaking in generalities. Of course, it's general.
No. What I'm saying is like that really applies well to situations such as all the allegations we had recently. The Minecraft, whatever. You have people on the left like believe all victims.
Yes, there's a culture war out there. That's my.
Yes, I can see that. I just don't get it in terms of Dr.
You don't understand why I characterize it that way, or you don't understand why things happen that way.
I guess maybe I just don't have context on who Dr. Disrespect is.
Okay.
But why is he? So why?
Ask them.
Why are you saying that one side is?
You want my opinion? You want my opinion? Why they see him as like this right-wing fucking demon? Do you want my opinion, or do you want that's because that's all I could really give you. This is all subjective stuff at the end of the day, right?
Okay.
All right. He's made cracks about pronouns. Okay.
Okay.
That's it. Like stuff like that. So if you're not 100% on those fucking fascist side, then you're the enemy. Look at the fucking guy we just covered with the Taste Brad. He took a picture and then they made him apologize for it. So yeah, I think there's something. Are they fascist in the sense that they have political power and oppress people? No. But is that fascist behavior? Yes. Yes, absolutely. Absolutely.
All right.
I mean.
So this could be me just like not having much context on him because like I'm not really familiar with him at all.
Personally, I don't think he's like left or right. Maybe he's probably like most people, he's a little bit left, a little on the right, depends on the fucking issue. I don't think they see things that way. And by the way, I also think people on Germany, the yellow flash Germany side, I think they're the same fucking way. Exact same way. I made fun of Jeremy one time for getting drunk in his garage, and people actually came at me, somebody who was definitely not on the left. Right? Oh, you're supporting your blue-haired bitches. No one's going to fuck you. After I made fun of him for being drunk. So it's on both sides. Everybody has to put or contextualize it in the frame of the culture war. That's the evidence I'm using. And there is something fascist about that. To me, I mean, you can disagree with me all you like, but I don't think what I'm saying, and people just constantly throwing it does feel like gaslight. You're crazy, you're delusional, you're this, you're that. And I make these arguments and they sound insane unless I'm just like, I have no idea what's going on. I'm just like brain dead, I guess. Right? Unless that be the case. But if that was the case, you wouldn't have to use fucking tricks like definitions to get me to use that red herring to get me off my original statement. I mean, that's the whole thing. You start talking about the definition. We don't get into the weeds about what I said is fascist or my accusation of them being fascist is correct or not. Then it becomes about me and whether I'm stupid or not. So I know, don't bite on that. And if anybody ever tells you to do the definition, you say, no, that's a red herring. Tell me why I'm wrong. That's it. That's probably the one thing I should have done.
To be fair, like, I mean, if you want to discuss like the specific, the kind of the debate, quote unquote, I think, charitably, I don't think he was trying to trap you. I think that's just how they argue in Twitch polls.
Yeah, I know, but see, they don't even know it's a fucking red herring. So, like, yeah, so I have no respect.
Because essentially, I believe what he was trying to do is what I did, which is like, can you?
I just don't didn't do what you did. We would have had this conversation because the only reason I picked up is because I thought that this is one of Chud's friends, so he's probably disagreeing. He's going to be clarifying some of the statements that I made and what have you. I'm sorry, he wasn't like that. And what was the context?
He shouldn't have. He did set you off by asking for a definition. I think he could have phrased it way better.
No, because he was trying to trap me. He's trying to win. He's trying to get W's.
No, I don't know if he was doing that, but I mean, maybe he
was. Maybe I have pretty good experience of that. I mean, when I heard it, I stopped and first of all I was like, oh wow, I'm gonna fight. Oh, now I know what this is about. And I got enough experience in this shit to know when somebody's
think that you kind of overreacted a little bit there?
Well, of course, that's what I do.
No, yeah.
What do I do? We have the civilized, but he didn't talk to me the way you did. He did not talk to me the way you did. I mean, I think that's fair to say. I think that's objectively fair.
Yeah, I would say he definitely would have had more success with a different approach.
But he didn't want that.
But I don't honestly, genuinely, I don't think he went in
sweetie,
necessarily
he's
like
a YouTuber.
trying to get you.
And he was trying to get
He's
it
a
through me.
Twitch poll.
Yeah.
person,
So
so
how did they get it? They get it by owning the
boring
righties, and the fucking other ones get it by owning the libs. You know, and I'm not trying to say I'm like a middle guy here. I'm definitely more towards the right. There's no fucking lying about that, right?
By the way,
But that's what those two,
by the way,
that's what
Tommy,
they do.
By the way, Tommy, he's Jewish, so you're looking pretty anti-Semitic right now.
That must be it.
But you know what though? Because I watch his content as well. And obviously, like, he can be quite abrasive. But I actually think, firstly, like, you guys kind of have certain things in common. So I guess
I don't know. Matt's telling me to stay away
tendency
from
to
him.
be abrasive, but
Matt's
also
telling me to stay away from him.
What I would
He said he's a troublemaker. What did you say?
nice one. You're stirring shit. Why are you stirring shit, Tommy? Why are you throwing that?
No, everybody's telling it. Like when I had no idea who he was. Apparently, Matt told me, and I don't remember saying this, that I saw some kind of debate with him when we were going over stuff, and maybe Matt told me, he said that I said that guy's gonna be a problem, and I don't remember the context. I don't remember what I saw. He said that I said that guy's gonna be a problem. So if I said that, I probably picked up on some kind of dishonest trait back then.
For what it's worth.
Hey, can I ask you something? Let's forget whether I'm right or wrong. Maybe you're right. Maybe I'm totally wrong. I definitely admit to overreacting. How many times am I gonna get shit right before I fucking, I get a little benefit of the doubt?
You get the benefit of the doubt from
but
me.
how many times more do I got to do that when I can pretty much sniff out somebody that's being pretty dishonest?
Well, personally, what I'll say is
that's not. I mean, it's not fair. It's a credibility thing, right? And you can give me much or little credibility. Like I this is what I want to know.
No, I
how
give
many
you the
Mama
credibility.
Maxes do I do? How many I Am Alexes do I have to do? How many Zap Ties? How many do I have to get?
Do you understand that you're asking me how many times do I
I'm
have
trapping
to be right?
you.
So
I'm
people
being
don't question me anymore.
You know why? You're taking me literally, and I'm being fucking bad faith on purpose to show you. Anybody can do that.
But I didn't respond to you literally.
No,
I said,
and that's what you don't do. You don't respond. But that's what they.
Yeah, you're asking me how many times you need to get things right.
Like, let's say you
for
were a
people to not
content
question
creator, and I pulled that shit, and then I asked that question, which is a bad faith way of doing things. And then if the poll goes my way, I win, even though the fucking thing's stupid. And whether you want an argument,
oh yeah, the poll.
Subjective.
Just so you know, the poll went your way.
Yeah, I know the poll went my way, but I don't take any fucking pride in that because it was over here, I'd win 90-10. If it was over there, it'd be 90-10 his way. So I went to a place where I have I probably edged him out a little bit. But the other thing is, the one thing that Chud said that was 100% correct, 100% correct, is I'm not the most politically knowledgeable. I know what I know, and I talk about it, and I do a talk show. He's right. I was not ready for that kind of debate. He's 100% correct like that. Doesn't mean I don't know what fascism is, but you're never going to know whether I know it or not. All right? But if I won that poll, forget the argument. You can decide who won. If you're on the left, you probably think I lost. So what? But the one reason I could tell you why I won the poll, because that guy is insufferable.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
That
So
is correct.
it is. So here's the thing. If you're insufferable and you're trying to convince everybody of your great political ideas, how are you going to do that? You just sound like a kid that was told he was smart by his fucking parents, and then you're going around, everybody's stupid, you're stupid, I'm stupid, I'm trying to prove you're stupid to win this argument. Here's the thing. If I said the wrong definition, I was completely fucking out to lunch. It just says that I'm stupid. It doesn't change the argument at all. It just discredits the person bringing it. As far as this is not a good
but
narrator.
I will point out,
But it doesn't make it any less fascist.
I know that you think he was trying to lead you down that path, but he didn't actually get to
I've
do
seen
that.
I've watched these fucking Twitch things. They always do that. I've seen Destiny do it to people. I see it all the time. I'm not look, I'm not the smartest guy in the world, but I'm not a moron. I've seen what they do. I don't think he was coming from a good place. And I would, had I known what his tactics were, I wouldn't have answered the call.
All right. So just to kind of take a step back from Queeman specifically, because I just want to make this one point that doesn't have
you've been
anything
on
to do
too
with
long.
him.
Sorry. I give you a lot. Go. All right, real quick.
No, but basically, the one thing that I want to get out is, you, and well, to be fair, you do. I think this is something you both have in common. It's a skepticism towards the
other side,
dominant narrative, right?
Sure.
But because I've watched Queeman's content for I guess a couple months now, and I have disagreed with him, and I've even called in and told him that in his case, most of the time when he's skeptical of a certain narrative, I agree with him. But sometimes I feel like he gets blinded by the hate boner he has for, let's say, a specific content creator, and he just is too eager to disagree on a point. So in your case, I feel like you can be a bit like skepticism has to be healthy, but sometimes you need to kind of potentially, I guess, like you are at a risk of going full conspiracy theory and not even considering that maybe in this instance this is not a big cover up and a big
probably. I don't even I don't disagree with anything you said. It's just my frustration is when I show a pattern of behavior by Slasher, right? And then I make my speculation. I think it's just as unfair, like, to do that. And by the way, I've been victim of that too. I've done the same thing he's done. I think it's really unfair to show that pattern of behavior and then say that it's completely believable that he would behave in this way in this case, even though he's behaved this way in this case in the past, and then look at me like I'm talking about grassy knolls. I think that's actually dishonest too. Whether it's done with malice, I don't know. I can't read his mind. Maybe you're right. Maybe he went at me like that because he had the hate boner and there was no malice intended and there wasn't some kind of clout thing at the end of it. Maybe you're right, but I don't think that matters. I don't think that matters because, like, I think it was really dishonest to try to frame me as being stupid rather than attack what I said as being incorrect.
But he didn't get to do that because he started.
No, because I wouldn't follow the red herring. He didn't answer it once, and I said I'm not going. No was not enough. No,
okay,
no means no.
If somebody shows up to your door with a gun, you cannot charge them with attempted murder. Because, like, you're like, no, they were going to do that.
And if somebody somebody criticizes you for one thing and then asks you the definition of that thing afterwards, you don't fall for the red herring. Look, I'm not trying to tell you. Listen to what if you want me to say, like, oh, he's a horrible person, he's terrible, and don't listen to him, you're in the wrong place. I don't care what you listen to.
No.
I don't know that he's 100% a bad person. I have my suspicions, but I mean, who wouldn't after an interaction like that?
Yeah, I mean, you obviously. Yeah,
I mean, I don't know. Like, is that crazy? Am I reading too much into it that he might be bad faith? I don't know. Like, I failed to see why my skepticism and my speculations is just so out to lunch, or does it ruin somebody's little view of the world, which I don't care about.
So the reason why, I am calling in right, was that I had essentially what I believe is the same question that Queeman had when he was watching your coverage, in that, like, I was not understanding, like, why are you saying culture war? Why are you saying, what was it, like, yeah, fascist? Like, it's not, I don't have a problem with the term. I was just not understanding, which is why I called last. I think his approach could have been better and less.
You give him the benefit of the doubt. I don't know. I did way more than I was supposed to let you. I used it so I could just let everybody know how I felt about the whole thing. You know, but you know, that's it. That's how I feel. It's not the end of the fucking world. It's fucking debate.
And truthfully,
and you know what? If I lost the debate from a technical standpoint, which is impossible to prove, so that's kind of stupid too. I don't care. I don't care. I'm not that insecure about this stuff. I really don't care, and I don't care how to vote. I just believe what I want to believe, and I want to talk about it. Hellbent.
Essentially,
bye Hellbent. Bye Hellbent. Thank you very much. Nick the Oreo's here.
Hey, did you? I saw it. Like, I was looking at the Boogie part. I didn't know if you actually saw this tweet. Maybe I'm completely wrong. Did you see the one I just sent you? The one where Boogie, like, explained 3 years ago he knows exactly what a crypto scam is, and like explained exactly verbatim what he did. Is that like I mean, he's cooked, right? There's literally no way to walk out of that one.
Well, there was my way, but he didn't listen.
You've got the guy in plain English saying, like, this is a bad idea. Yeah. Only like go for good coins. Yeah. Like, how could he possibly try to lie through that now? Yeah. I didn't think it was going to be that bad.
Yeah. I don't know. He's an idiot, and if he did it the way I told you the way I want him to do it, right?
Can I say what you told me, or is that too much?
Yeah, I think I've come out with it.
So Tommy calls me, and he goes, all right, I sat there for fucking hours.
No, it wasn't
walking Boogie through exactly what to do.
Not true. I didn't say that.
And I took him point for point for point. Yeah, you told him what to do, and he ignored everything you said. Everything. Then he went on Dick Masterson. He did a fantastic job. He did the exact opposite of what you said in that process, right? But it started to make him look good.
Yes.
Right?
No, I think you have a timeline thing. He went on Dick Masterson. I found out about it through Verst. And then I told him, here's what you should do, and here's what you shouldn't do. And then he didn't do. He didn't
do any of that
I told him not to do, and he didn't.
But it went well.
Yeah. But the Dick Masterson said, you got to do more than Dick Masterson, but you have to talk less. So take the clip, post the clip,
Yes.
And that's it. And then you're gonna have to.
My point
like,
is today he blamed Dick Masterson and stabbed Dick Masterson in the back.
And he said people.
And that was the only place he looked good. And he stabbed that guy in the back.
Yeah, and here's the best part, right? He says, and I think that's directive for me, right? People that told me to double down. I didn't tell him to double down. I told him this cleans up your PR issue and it kind of puts the pressure on Mudahar and CoffeeZilla of being a little, I'm not that I don't respect or like those guys, being a little per clutchy. So that's what you want to do. Keep it funny. That's what people like. That's why you're on this Masterson.
Yeah, but this
people
is like the newest example of why I hate this guy. Like I have like a burning hatred for this guy.
I can't talk
because it's like
I'm not gonna argue with that.
Because he is just a bad fucking person. He's not a bad person because he scammed his fans. He scammed his fans because he's a loser. Okay,
Yeah.
But he has to scam his fans and then try to play like a whimpering dog routine that he didn't know and I thought I was doing right. And then you get him in fucking plain English bullshitting, and he's like, Mudahar says that I should die. Yes! Yes!
Yes. No, but here's
Dude,
the thing.
I don't get it. Why would anyone pick Boogie? Let's say there's this beautiful coin that's coming out. It's a real coin. They really want to build a YouTube community around a crypto coin. Why would they pick a dead YouTuber? It's not just his channel, mind you. This guy's threatened to self-immolate like he's fucking freeing Palestine.
Yeah,
okay,
yeah.
This guy literally goes in fans' DMs talking about how he's gonna kill himself.
I talked to
okay, he's not
CoffeeZilla.
gonna live long enough for this fucking rug pull to happen. He'll die while the coin has money.
I talked to CoffeeZilla. He was absolutely exhausted. He had one of the fights that I had with Boogie, where he goes, yeah, I get it, yeah. And he does. And I think that's what happened. That's my guess. That's what happened. He just I was talking to Boogie. He goes, we had a blowout of sorts, and he sounded exhausted. I was like, oh, I know what you meant. I know what happened. Yeah, yeah.
God.
And he's like, I don't think he was telling the truth. He wasn't.
Dude, it's so crazy.
Yeah.
I always thought people were like,
people want us
for
to
years,
kick him off the cast. I'm like, are you nuts?
no.
Are you crazy?
No.
Are you crazy? This is what you paid for. Now you can fucking, clutch your pearls and act a little more.
You always wonder though when people expose a wholesome YouTuber as being a manipulative person.
That's great.
It's never this. This is the fucking jackpot.
Boogie always takes the path of least resistance, and that's where the lie comes in. So if it's easier to lie, he'll do that. If it's easier to tell the truth or some.
I mean, you remember what he said about the guy who made the video on him, right?
Which one? What the one that sent the?
I heard that he beat cancer, and it's like, why would he get his life back just to ruin mine? And honestly, that tells me everything that you need to know. Yeah.
He thinks, when you point that out, right? He thinks, he got you. When I told him the KYS, he's like, I got him. I'm like, no, you don't. You don't got anything. Nobody cares. Nobody fucking cares. And you did that way. Tommy told me to kill myself. Tommy told me to kill myself. No, you can't pull this. Everything, because he thinks in that moment it'll work, and he thinks he's so much smarter than everyone else. It's so funny.
I sent a super chat to my boy Michael B, the Game Genie, last night from the Arcade 1-Up community.
Yeah,
and I told him, I go, did you see that Boogie filmed his scam video in front of all the Arcade 1-Ups that Arcade 1-Up sent to him? And he's like, but I didn't even say that they sent to him. He filled in, he goes, yeah, the ones that they sent him for free. Yes. Yeah. He goes, I was watching the Burger Time reviews. They sent one to Cool Toy. They sent one to Retro Ralph, and they sent one to Boogie. And I was watching it because I wanted to know if I wanted to get one. And Cool Toy did his review. It was great. Retro Ralph does what he always does. It was fantastic.
Made it better.
And Boogie brought over a couple fat guys and wanted to do a hamburger mukbang instead of actually unbox and build the review. I was like, what the fuck am I watching?
It's so funny. Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I wasn't even mad at him when he did it. He called me during the night, but I couldn't answer the phone because of where I was. I don't know if he called I'm not doing it your way, or because last time I talked to him, everything was in DMs, and it wasn't ours, just to be clear. Everything was in DMs, but we had an understanding. It was simple. And he said, I agree with you. I think it's the best way to do it. And I was like, because you kind of make Muda and Coffee look a little pearl clutchy. If you fucking did something wrong, you'll get got. I mean, then you did the crime, do the crime. So frame it like they did. Because here's the thing: when he went on him, he didn't sound like he did when I pressured him on lolcow. If you lost your money, you're supposed to not listen to me. He sounded like somebody that I really thought that this was a bit, and I did the bit, and I think I did a pretty good job. And I think people are getting a little more upset than what maybe they are allowed to be upset, but I think it's a little. I don't think the punishment fits the crime. And it sounded kind of normal. And then Boogie, fucking Vito's funny. Dick's funny. And when Boogie's in his element, he's good. He's done this for years, And it was really good. All he said, post that, said, here's my response. Now, that wouldn't have helped him against Mediger, because Mediger went in a totally different angle.
Never.
Right? And Mediger's 100% correct. But it would have helped against some of the Boogie and Coffee Hill. And I'm not saying he would have posted, he would have made them look bad. But it really is just like, okay, everybody, calm down. That's what it would have done. I think it would have really helped. But listen, now I'm going to be framed. You watch when I do lolcow. He's going to say something to the effect of, "Thanks so much, Augie." Hi, Nick. Is that the real Augie? Maybe it is.
It's definitely him. Yeah, he's got the kid today. Yeah.
Oh, okay. He's taking care of Connor.
No, his son. Dude, I saw a post like, do you think Nick's lying that Augie has a kid? He goes, well, considering the fact that Nick said Augie had a kid, Nick said Augie got a new job, Nick said that Augie left the country, Nick said he died in Gaza. I'm assuming that some of these aren't true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think it's funny. Everybody believes you, and then I don't believe Slasher, and I'm unreasonable.
Anytime I'm covering drama, bro, I'm like giving it my all. Anytime that I'm talking about my friends, I'm lying. Every single time. I'm selectively credible. All right, I got to dip. But,
thanks again. Appreciate it. It was a nice stream today. Prim Matt, you're here. I guess Matt had to go.
Yeah.
Prim Matt.
Oh.
What's going on?
Oh. That threw me off with the Oreo coming in there.
Yeah, that's why you didn't get picked early. You're on now, though. Go for it. Don't fuck it up.
What the fuck was even going on tonight?
I don't know. I just did fucking 2.5 hours. What else you want from me? I'm doing late.
I actually had so much to
I'm
say
doing
as well.
chud numbers.
Did you see Chud learning about suspenders in that earlier in the week?
What do you mean he's learning about suspenders? No, I missed that. Was he on today? I didn't see him on today or yesterday.
No, he wasn't on today, but he was on yesterday. Oh, yesterday, like 10 minutes into the stream, someone super chatted knee space dress, and he read it out, and then he had to fucking end the stream, delete the Twitch VOD. He was going mental. It's quite good.
That's not funny. You should do. You got to be careful. You got to know how to read this stuff.
Yeah.
Would you believe this? Oh my god! I mean, I'm just trying to read the chat, and you say don't get in the stream. Hold on, I'll be right back.
The Oreo earlier, you played that clip. Was it?
Oh, was that particular clip? I don't know. I think I can live with that one. But he's on Twitch. I'm not.
Knee pads or something. Yeah, that was
he's
what
on
it was.
Twitch.
Yeah.
I'm not. I'm so crazy to think like he's fucking so panicked that he's got to take that down. By the way, I don't think that he doesn't have to take it down. I don't think it's completely unreasonable at all what he did.
No.
But yet I'm crazy to think those people are fucking nuts when it comes to left-wing politics and the culture war. You know.
The other thing I did want to say is you are right about Quimos Yi. I call him Quimos Yi because he fucking defends pedophiles.
Well, I don't know anything about that. I'm not touching that with a 10-foot pole.
He hates everybody. He hates everyone.
Okay.
When everyone was like
let me ask you, what's his goal? He wants to spread his ideology. He wants to like just
I don't
be a
know.
YouTuber. What's his goal?
I don't know. He just goes after like Stardust and that like. So
it's
sector
drama.
of
Then it's
people.
a drama climb.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's fine. That, by the way, that's what I picked up on.
But everybody he pretty much hates. So when you were taking down, fucking what was his name?
Mama
Max. He was like, "Oh, Mudahar's just slop entertainment, slop content." And I was like, "Oh, what?"
Is he a contrarian? Is that what you're saying? He just says when you say up, he says down.
I think he was mad that he wasn't in that call.
Oh, tough.
To be quite honest, I think that's what
I'm the one that had to be fucking smeared as a fucking pedo. You know, how did he earn it? Well, I tell you something. You get more. What do you get more bees with honey or fucking honey with this, that, or the other thing? Hey, Mike, how are you doing? Oh wow, thanks, Mike. That was nice of you. You're addicted. Well, that's the problem. Like this is what fucking what's his face found out. Salvo. you can't be a dick to absolutely everybody. And I'm a dick to like 90%, but you gotta have some.
Salvo was just running gay ops from the very
I know.
beginning.
He hated me. He hated fucking everybody. He wanted to get him eventually. To me, I don't really like that because then, and I've been involved in that, so I'm not saying I'm above, especially like 2016, 2017, 18 with Keemstar and stuff like that. You know, just going back and even in between Keemstar, I'm going back and forth, hoping to build my channel on these fights. The thing is, that's all you become known for, and then nobody fucking really even if you're right, they don't give a shit what you say.
That was the other thing that you reminded me there with Keemstar. Do you remember back when Keemstar and H3 had the nuclear war thing? Yeah. And daily, Keemstar was just tweeting Gila pictures of horses and a different horse every day until she fucking blocked him.
Yeah, I remember that.
I miss that time. It was such a good era.
All right. Are you sorry Scotland's out?
Scotland haven't won jack shit since I've ever been alive.
Are you sorry they're out?
Yeah, I didn't know until you said that.
All right,
so
now you get out of here. Bye. How dare you? My heart was broken. Derpy Murky, you're on the air. How you doing? All right, fuck me then. All right, you want to do an after show?
Yeah, you said you're gonna.
I promise. I know I'm gonna work.
Yeah.
Hard tonight.
How dare you not?
How dare you not? Yeah, exactly. After show. Oh, I saw something really disgusting that I want to show my after show crowd. Sorry, I haven't done one of these in a fucking little bit of a minute. What does it say? 2 a.m. It's what? It's almost 1. Yeah, I'll put it 1.
Yeah.
It's the 3rd.
Or you got to do Pats as well.
Oh, we'll do Pats and not fucking show it like I had to do with that other one. That was great.
Yeah.
But I appreciate all you guys.
You're on the right screen now, so you're doing good.
Thank you. Well, it was a good stream today. We got everything that I want to talk about more. And I mean, even Hellbat, even though she went on for fucking ever, I'm glad I was able to address that through her.
Hey, it was fine. It was good.
Yeah, no, I don't. If you're not a fucking dick to me, I usually talk back to you. And what I did is I thought, oh, it's Chud's friend. He's probably normal. And I was like, afterwards, what was I thinking? You know?
How can you think somebody's normal?
Fuckhead. You know. Well, I'm a conspiracy theorist. I know nobody likes it. Like, you used to have a hard time with this. Like, maybe Chud's having a hard time with this now. I'm Augie. Well, who cares? Whatever. It's just dumb shit at the end of the fucking day. Right? And if you don't like my politics, fine. I'm not an activist. I promise you that. This is not a political. I'm not going for right, but I'm a right-wing guy. When I talk from the fucking heart, I'm right-leaning. That's why I'm going to talk. I'm not going to fucking pretend. I'm not going to be like, oh, I can't say that because it's too political. Because that fucking gets me too. But I'm not selling you. I'm not Tommy the liberal, Tommy the conservative, Tommy the libertarian. I'm not any of those things. I want stupid stuff first. If you're uncomfortable with my views, I'm sorry. Or if you can be like the many liberals that have been listening to me over the years, and like you might disagree with me, that I'm just, that's what he believes. If you're not one of those people that can tolerate people believing something different than you and everybody's stupid and terrible and ruining the world, they disagree with you, you're probably gonna have a hard time with me. Let's do Pats. It's probably going to suck to be my fan. I don't care. I don't care if you're a pedophile. I interview you. I don't care.
Nice little clips there.
I don't care. I'll interview anybody. I probably did, considering all these people get nailed with shit all the time. If I didn't know it. I'll interview you. I'll interview a Nazi. Sure. Fucking no problem. Awesome. Piglington. Genie. Irish. Ruby Savage. Yeah. Tommy C's Cat. Reynolds Hughes. Panic Pung. Nesquik. Little Man Me. Latchkey. Everborn. Cody. Blue Jacket. Billy Bones. B. Billy Bones is different than B. Ashley, Rexon, and Oatbag, and thank you so much. YouTube is allowing users to request removal of AI content resembling their voice. Wow. That's interesting. Would I do that? If somebody used my voice and tried to pass it off as legit, yeah, maybe. Like, and I said something like, fuck.
That's the only way to apply that rule.
Yeah, but if somebody did my voice and did a bunch of funny shit, I would never do that. And even if
There's
I didn't like
protections against. They've got
I
protections.
think if I was making statements that I don't believe that aren't obviously in a comedic form, if I was making statements that, like, here's where I let it go, where it would bother me, but I wouldn't do anything about it. Let's say somebody thought I was a Nazi, so they have me saying all this Nazi stuff, and they giggle and laugh, and it's known that I didn't say this. I'd be irritated by it, but I'd probably let it slide. Because I'd use the same fucking tech. The opposite. I think that shit's funny as fuck too. So you gotta, if you're doing it to somebody else, you gotta be able to do it both ways. Yeah, and that's it. I hope you guys enjoyed the stream. Derpy Murky, didn't mean to back out of the call. I did want to ask you if you feel like any of the adults who chose to buy the shitcoin from Boogie should be blamed. They shouldn't be blamed, but certainly shouldn't be respected. I mean, what the fuck were you thinking? Do
you have a clip of that?
Phil the Nazi. Don't listen to them, buddy. Your politics are great. I don't care what you like. You don't like my politics, whatever. That's what I believe. Is what it is. What it is. What it is. What it is. But don't tell me there's no culture war. Don't tell me there's no left and right and everything's subjective. No. You're gaslighting me. You're being dishonest, and you're not like, you can't have a conversation like, if it's like if somebody, I don't know. Let's take an example. Something's happening in the internet, right? It's clear and it's in your text, and you're saying, well, people are doing this, and I disagree with it. Nobody's doing that. What do you mean? I'm not seeing my title and all that. Nobody's doing that. That's gaslighting. I'm not fucking tolerating that shit. Nobody's doing that. Nobody's doing it. You're delusional or stupid. Oh fuck! I'm playing.
Listen,
all right, nobody's gonna call again. Riley and friends, thanks so much. I hope.
I think it's just for the after show.
If you tie that up, Riley, right now, you can watch the after show. I interrupt, interview, do calls, watch videos with people, hang out, have all sorts of stuff. So I'll see you really soon. They changed the fucking thing here.